I look and see it's not just me.
Jack, why do you insist on doing this dumb internet shit on TV?
I look and see it's not just me.
This place is a fucking joke, man. You're a clown. I quit.
So many of us have stood where I stand. We are the young, so raise your hand. So many of us have stood where I stand. We are the young, so raise your hand. They call us problem child. We spend our lives on trial. We walk an endless mile. We are the youth gone wild. We stand and we won't fall. We're one and one for all. The writing's on the wall. We are the youth gone wild.
No. It doesn't make logical sense. But it makes
yes, of course.
But it makes wrestling booking sense. Of course, this makes no sense. Of course, okay, it makes no sense. However, in pro wrestling booking, which often makes no sense, you would do that. It's about making money. It's not about anything else. Wrestling's always been about making money first and foremost. That's it.
Yes, I look and see it's not just me.
Last weekend was the greatest weekend in AEW history. This is the greatest week.
I look and see it's not just me.
Security, my safety, my life was in danger at a wrestling show.
So many of us have stood where I stand. We are the young, so raise your hand. So many of us have stood where I stand. We are the young, so raise your hand. They call us problem child. We spend our lives on trial. We walk an endless mile. We are the youth on trial. We stand and we won't fall. We're one and one for all. The writing's on the wall. We are the youth gone wild. They call us problem child. We spend our lives on trial. We walk an endless mile. We are the youth gone wild. We stand and we won't fall. We're one and one for all. The writing's on the wall. We are the youth gone wild. Wild. Yeah.
If you're familiar with how we do things often here on these Wednesdays, it's a lot like one of my favorite movies, Time Cop.
What? Fuck you. Fuck you.
Yeah.
And now to the man of the hour. Can someone get him a vodka with Metamucil? Blonde, great in-ring wrestler, great on the mic, a womanizer, 16-time champion, but enough about Kurt Hennig. Ric Flair has been paid millions and millions and millions of dollars by Vince McMahon, and he didn't have to fuck him.
Apparently, Maeda would go all over the world, and he would challenge people in circuses. That's where you fought. Dude, he was having MMA fights all over the world. He was famous. This is what Jean-Jacques told me. I think Kano was his master. Apparently, something like they didn't want him to take these fights in these circuses and stuff anymore. So he took a fight in Mexico, and he wore a mask so he wouldn't get busted. And he was the one who started the mask wearing in pro wrestling. Maeda started it.
Was it what they call it?
That's what Jean-Jacques told me.
Libre.
make false accusations here on the program, Brian. We do not want to accuse people of behavior, either unsavory behavior, possibly criminal behavior, certainly behavior that shouldn't be imitated. We don't want to do that if they're not guilty of it.
If you want outlaw but shows, you know just where to go, Tony Khan.
And Game 6 is far more likely than a Game 7. And actually, there was only a 28.1%
Well,
chance.
it's kind of shot out, got diarrhea of the mouth, Tony Khan.
So
It's time for Jim Cornette's Strike Through, sponsored by Stephen Paynew. Send an email to our crew, buy a cameo or two. It's Jim Cornette's Strike Through. Come and pull up to the window and we'll open up the screen. Watch as Corny cuts a promo on that bitch at Dairy Queen. Hear a tale of Smoky Mountain and some stories from the South.
Then make like Vince McMahon and shove a sandwich in your mouth.
What do we got? Super Day, Pro Wrestle Clips. Tony Khan has Camille and Megan Baines sitting at home being paid since 2023 for nothing. Come on now. It's not going to be the pod calling some kettle black on that one. Truth is the truth. Vacker was more over than Monet. Yes. I'm sorry. I'm reading slow. Vacker was more over than Monet and is going to the big times. Absolutely. And I said that. I think I covered that show. In fact, I know we did. And I pointed out, I'm going to go back and listen to my own comments. But I did make a mental note. And I think I did point out that I thought she looked really good because I'd never seen her before. And now that you pointed out, I don't want to say she looked better than Mercedes, but I think the expectation was a little higher for Mercedes, obviously. And perhaps Stephanie exceeded hers and perhaps Mercedes didn't. That's my take on it.
SDL. Two bad bitches, one hot track. B3CCA, bitch. Two bad bitches, one hot track. Hello. It's that B3 flow. You said you know me? I think you don't. My friends are rich and you're looking hella broke. With Matt, I'm the real rough rider. Can't keep up, my arms must be tired. Slow-mo, super villain, Zack Snyder. You talk shit, but I know you're a subscriber. DSL on our lips cause we're naughty. Hannah Montana acting like Miley. We can't stop cause we're the life of the party. Got your man squirming Scotty too haughty. STL with a $sign ho. B3CCA with the 3 cause I'm cool. Face hat, ass fat, say that. Two bad bitches, one hot track. Haters on your grip, that's priceless. Haters on their bitches, that's wifeless. Diamonds in my mouth, I'm priceless. Always ready for a fight. Come try us. You thought I'm a thotty, you thought wrong. Just a hottie with a body and a thong. You wanna fight? Let's get bloody like Carrie. I'm queen of the prom. SDL with a $sign ho. B3CCA with a 3 cause I'm cool. Top of the Indies now and top of the charts. We're spending our cash and breaking your hearts. Coral. Becca and SDL, bitch. Me and Steph are the dream that's inception. Face tight, fast, ass, big money, stay nice. Two bad bitches, one hot track. It's two bad bitches, one hot track. Two bad bitches, one hot track.
Ooh, what's happening, guys? Welcome to another eclectic edition of PWT Live Show. Yeah, Monday night. Netflix and Phil in full effect. How y'all doing? I am your host, the infallible Phil Marks, and I'm excited for WWE Raw tonight. Who's excited with me today? No? How are you guys doing? How's chat doing? Let me give a big yeah to the PWT universe. We are almost at 6,000 subscribers on the Clip channel, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Let's do the damn thing. So, guys, run those likes up, run the dislikes up or down, whatever. If you got to do that too, all that YouTube shit, right? Leave a comment, hit subscribe, consider becoming a member, 99 cents. Consider checking out Patreon, patreon.com/Pro Wrestle Clips. And yeah, we got a lot to get to. We have WWE Raw is on as well, and I want to like focus on that. I want to watch it as well, you know? So we're going to get into all of the nonsense that is the pro wrestling universe as everyone files in. How y'all doing? How's everybody doing tonight? I'm gonna check in with Chad in just a moment. Right. So I think I got my plugs in, right? I'm at Pro Wrestle Times on X. Consider following me there. Yeah, I got a new channel coming soon. Phil marks out. That's gonna be really fucking cool. I'm swearing already so early in the show, guys. Yellow flags. What else? Yeah, so members, you get a greet thing. I'm more likely to see your chat and get it on the screen. Super chats are always welcome if you support what I do. Membership 99 cents. And yeah, we're getting right into things tonight. What was I looking at? There was something. Oh yeah, I might have a legend in the game pop in tonight. Don't be mad. Okay, in the YouTube wrestling game, a legend, okay? But he might not pop in as the thing. He's very loosey-goosey like me. He's very free-flowing. So if he does, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. Sorry, but it'll happen soon, and we already are working on other content together, so don't worry. But yeah, there's, one of the ledges might slide through tonight. Maybe they got the link and we're like, well, give it to me. And if I, you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, so that could be really cool, but no promises. So don't get mad at me. Again, I promise the show will be spectacular. I am the legend in the YouTube IWC space, right? I am the legend. So if another one wants to join this ledge, cool. It'll be, two hot ledges. One hot pod, you know what I mean? Two bad ledges, one hot pod, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna check in with chat and all of that in just a moment. On the same token, I was gonna look something up over here on the other page here, and I completely forget now what the point of what I was doing was. Oh, yeah. I remember. I just wanted to quickly plug these Canadian shows. Remember last show, if you guys were tuned in, I had these couple Canadian show posters I wanted to show you guys. So coming up here, of course, this is going down in the TO, the great TO. So, yeah. Hurt Syndicate. Adelaide Street, if you guys are in Canada, we're trying to build up the Canadian audience here. Eric, because it's not very fair that mostly Americans listen to me, and the UK and all around the world is about equal to Canada. That's not very fair, Eric. But yeah, the Hurt Syndicate's going to be there with Giga Chad Van Vliet. That's going down, coming up right away. That's on the 2nd. You know what I mean? And they did not, by the way, just so everyone knows, I did not get paid to plug this shit, right? It's just what I do. I told you guys I'm shilling certain wrestling. So you guys are going to notice, too, in miscellaneous, if you guys haven't been paying attention, why are all these random Fed show posters in here and stuff? Because we're trying to promote everything here. And then what else? There was one more. And then Kurt Angle. I don't think I have it right here, actually. Kurt Angle on the 15th. I believe the same deal, the same folk. So, yeah, make sure you check that shit out if you're in if you're in Toronto. Or maybe you're like, in Buffalo or some shit and you make the trip. Who knows? Anyways, so here is the Raw card. Okay, tonight, what we know about, we have a tag championship. Raquel and Liv versus Bianca and Naomi. We have Lyra versus Dakota Kai in an IC title match. So 2 women's title matches tonight. We have Gunta. We have Punk, Seth, and Paul. And then we have Dunn, Penta, Ludwig. And we have Rhea sends a message, and LWO is going to take on the Boo Day. And you know that the Boo Day about to whoop some ass, right? No doubt. So I'm going to check in with chat here, and then I want to dive right into all this juicy Nick Nemeth stuff, okay? So Cleric of Chaos says, feeling good after putting up 4 metal songs to the YouTube. Fucking right on, man. So here's 5 for Phil for an extra large coffee for the stream. Much love to all. Dude, really appreciate that. I'll give you I'll acknowledge you.
Acknowledge me.
And link me on Twitter or something to your metal songs, dude. What's up? Don't strike me. I'll play it on the show. You know what I mean? No. Yeah, thank you, Cleric. And everyone go check out his metal songs. Let's see here. The greatest Canadian show ever is Trailer Park Boys, hands down. I tend to agree. It's one of them for sure. I like Terrence and Phillip. So yeah, guys, I'm going to check in with chat. Then we're going to dive right into all of the hot news. Trailer Park Boys opening. Yeah. My mom buys Papa John's pizza for, okay. Miss October 30. What's up? How's your thing? Oh, right here. My radiation and health safety exam. I have my exam on March 29th at 8 a.m. I have time. Right on. Well, good luck with that. Don't sacrifice any studying or whatever. What's up, Phil? How are you and your family? Doing great. Just everyone's sick. You know, there's just a sickness going around. Hey, Phil. What's up? So, who had the biggest laugh today from today's news? I mean, me. We are all about to have the biggest one. Okay, everyone's studying. What's good? Everyone's saying what's up. You ain't hype. How's everyone in the PWT universe? I think we're doing good. So, the top mod of the Discord pod and the pod Discord, and we have all Jake in the house too. We have Hey Jake, Caleb. Okay, so I hope everyone's feeling well. We got a lot of crazy shit to get into with this whole Ryan Nemeth thing. Okay, so why don't we divert our attention away from the card for tonight? I will close my DMs off screen because that would be a tragedy. Wouldn't be the first time I fucked up and accidentally showed them on the air, but let's shift our attention over to some hissing for the snakes. There's snakes out here, dude. Yeah, let's give a good old Ichi ni Sanda for AEW news to start the show. So over in AEW news this evening, folks, it was a doozy, right? I thought Sunday was just going to be a quiet Sunday, and what ended up happening was the wrestling god said, nay, Phil. We got every week, every show, every few days, there's just something juicy and delicious to sink our teeth into. And it usually revolves around AEW in some form or fashion. Typically what you'll notice, and we're going to talk about later in the show, is what the dirt sheets do and what the IWC does is they fucking run with the fake stuff about WWE. You guys notice all this bad, real stuff about AEW. Like none of the dirt sheets are talking about Thunder Rosa ad nauseum. They all don't have the same exact same hive mind style news story that they put out all at the same time as like a wave of negativity about, well, a bunch of unnamed staff are being mistreated in WWE and a bunch of unnamed women in WWE are unhappy. It's fake, man. It's manufactured. I threw up that tweet. Wrestlers like that tweet and shit, dude. Okay? Go look at, well, I don't even know if you can see likes anymore, but I had wrestlers like that tweet where I was like, notice where fucking WWE's doing so good. All of a sudden fake stories start coming out. And then when really the AEW's women's roster are the ones who are really having these awkward shoot instances in the ring between Megan Bayne and Thunder Rosa. And there's always heat between people there. And then notice this really negative push of like fake BS stories, whereas the real stories and the real drama where we're like, oh, this is really happening, they're not trying to work us, it's just that ridiculous. We get that from AEW because these lawsuits, right? Some people who are on NDAs, some people aren't. The same stories. So someone says a story, then someone says a similar story, and they put their names to it. Like Chavo says Tony ghost people, and Punk says Tony ghost people, and Big Swole says Tony ghost people, and everybody says Tony ghost people. So you're like, oh, Tony Khan ghost people. Whereas it's always like unnamed people that came to us for advice exclusively at Fightful Gossip, is, you know, said that they're unhappy. There's no fucking faces to names. There's not even smoke to the fire. It's just people making shit up for the most part, I feel like, right? So there's going to be a theme throughout this, and we're going to, throughout this AEW news segment, we're going to get into the Ryan Nemeth stuff. That'll be sprinkled throughout. We have Tony Khan awkwardness. We have someone asked me a great question, a great record. I don't know if I bookmarked this or not, or if it's someone in chat, but they were like, Phil, what was the question exactly? Goddamn, I'm going to botch it now. You idiot. Where's my stupid idiot? I should have thought this through. We freestyle here a little bit, so you guys know I'm speaking the truth here at PWT. But
Stupid idiot.
Yes, just ask something about, like, listen, my response, I guess, is what the key thing is, because it's just a statement that can and should be made. I just said, look, Tony Khan, the reason when corners get cut in AEW, it's because the lack of leadership. It's not because of money. There's no expense they won't go to, but it's because, like, being unaware, not even knowing what to do, being in a position you shouldn't be in. You know what I mean? Just incompetence and lack of leadership. That's where you see corners get cut with the shoddy ring. It's because Tony Khan's running this Fed. He's not smart enough to go fucking, maybe we should just build a ring there if we're coming back next year type shit. You should just know to do that. Right? I thought of it in 2 seconds, and I don't have close to $1 billion, right? So it's not even like they are cheaping out on this for wrestler safety. You know, you see that narrative out there. It's just largely awkward. We're going to see awkward Tony Khan. Here, let's do a couple throwbacks just to set the tone. PWT Universe, like some throwbacks here.
The Greek Freak!
Oh, cuckoo, poo, poo. He doesn't even say his name right. Right? Let's scroll along here. Look at every face made.
A lot of chatter online.
The infamous, the great faces of Tony Khan. Right? Look at this shit. It's this stuff. Like, the dude's not aware. He's not aware of how he comes across. He's not aware of how people perceive him. He's not aware of how people perceive, like, AEW. And yes, the Ryan Nemeth stuff is juicy, and this all lends into itself. It all lends into it all. No. But as we look at Tony Khan's silly faces, the many faces of Mr. McCon here, it's like, this is why Nemeth and Punk are, like, Punk's getting sued again. This guy can't stay out of lawsuits, right? Everyone's just suckling off the tit there, off the teat. Punk feeding everybody. So he's still feeding families. You know, people, all these dudes left AEW, and he's still putting food on these motherfuckers' plates, right? So I'm not going to unbookmark that. But here's awful, an insightful look at Tony Khan. Thank you for doing this. We've done this myriad times here at PWT, but I like when other people also pick things apart and, you know, point out little nuances, and then I get an excuse to go back and EFAP it again. Here's Awful's insightful look at Tony Khan here. He asks around. I was going to say, is the volume off? Awful realized, oh, don't use music that I'm not allowed to use. No, I'm joking. I told Tony, I told you that this might not be usually right, Dynamite. I pull out my roster sheet, and yeah, you know that's what look at this fucking sheet too that he pulls out for the draft, and everyone, Awful should have put the subtitles up here, man, because everybody's looking at him like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with your kid? Shad's sitting right here, like, not even looking at his son. See who I can put on the show. If I pay close attention to it, it whispers to me. It talks to me. Book the Young Bucks in the main event. No, he don't even do that no more. Ratings, gold. The fuck is wrong with Tony? Or someone else. He's pretending to be hurt. Jack Perry Angle. Who? Exactly. Did they? Yeah, go and follow your boy Awful Wrestling. Amazing work that popped me. Okay. So here's Tony just at Sammy Gurr 435952219 tweets out same old act, jumping around and yelling like a clown. So here's just more Tony Khan being Tony Khan.
Double or nothing.
Now he's trying to say double or nothing. I mean, it's great. I mean, it's great.
Double or nothing. Well, before we do AEW Double or Nothing, where it all began, our very first pay-per-view, right here from Phoenix, Arizona.
He's so Phoenix, Arizona, right, guys? Right? He thinks he knows. Like saying the hometown in a hometown in the town, you get a pop, right? That's an easy cop out, whatever. But it's the look on his face and all of the way he's like, right, Phoenix, Arizona, right? And they're all just kind of like, bro, get the fuck out of here. You're not even pandering correctly. Here, let's back this up a bit.
Right here from Phoenix, Arizona. It's time for AEW.
Oh my God, I didn't hear that. I swear, I'm fucking deaf, too. Ask my wife, okay? I'm deaf as shit. That girl in the audience goes, I just heard that, too. She goes, the look on his face or whatever. Boom. See, that's what I mean. I'm not making this shit up. I'm not talking out of my ass. I'm telling you, this is how people feel. Listen very carefully. I think it's the woman filming it. She says that. Look at the look on his face.
Right here from Phoenix, Arizona. It's time for AEW.
See the facial expression he's making. Boom. Anyway, sorry, I'll continue.
Collision tonight. I gotta be honest, Phoenix. Collision is on an incredible roll. In my personal opinion,
Collision's on an incredible roll. Man, like 3 good shows in a row. Dude, last Collision, though, this last weekend, pretty good fucking wrestling show. Gotta be honest, man. Yes, is like, can we remove Garcia and the goofballs? Yes, for sure. But like, man, they're turning it around somehow. Now, I think things are more compartmentalized, as in you have like RJ City and Tony Storm really working on their shit, but for some reason, it all doesn't feel like there's just a little more cohesion. Do you know what I mean? They don't do now. Yes, there's always a run out bullshit after every match, man. Collision, not so much though. But as much as Dynamite just feels like Dynamite feels like Rampage, But there's just more of like, okay, Mariah May pile drives Tony Storm at the top of the show on the stage. They don't do more shit like that later in the show. Do you know? Everyone's kind of doing their own thing, but not in like everyone's doing their own thing and there's no identity here. Like it feels like they're starting to really focus on core set of guys too, which is like, okay, here we go. Hey, I don't hate Top Flight. You just booked them shitty or whatever. So it's starting to come together a little bit now. Does it matter in the long run? No, because when TNA came together a little bit too, it didn't really fucking matter. And that's why we bitched so hard. Okay. And now it's just a lol cow meme. And that's what it's going to be. But if I start blowing AEW stuff, I mean, you guys know I always do. And then they make me regret it after, like that Megan Bain Statlander debacle. And I've said this before, but I'll say it again in case you didn't hear it. To me, that was the best television women's match because the way it went through the break too, came back into action and then went to the finish, like not 30 minutes later, relatively quick. That to me that's like a good fucking TV match. I felt like that was the best women's TV match probably in the history of AEW. One of them for sure, if not the. And then after that, Thunder Rosa bullshit happened. So trust me, I'm the first to admit, hey, be careful when you start putting AEW over because they make you regret it. However, yeah, like that last Collision show was like fuck, it like flew by. It was a good show. It was actually decent. So hopefully Dynamite can get some. They got to start doing some of that Collision shit on Dynamite though, and maybe they'll start getting ratings. But for some reason, Tony Khan, like, they do feel kind of like different shows again, with some of the same people bleeding across both, you know, which is good. But at the same, because that's sort of how WWE does it. And that's not being WWE light, folks. It's just adopting things they do properly. However, like a lot of this Mariah May, Tony Storm stuff, I think you should hedge your bets on not trying to get people to watch Collision with it. You should try and boost the ratings of fucking Dynamite with it, because people at least are... Because there's a lot of people who fell off AEW almost entirely, but they'll throw Dynamite on. Even Awful comes on this show, and I go, I'm watching Dynamite. And he goes, I'll throw it on, Phil. And then he throws it on. Even that motherfucker. And he's the Grinch, dude. He's the AEW Grinch. So, yeah. But instead, you have this awkward yelling, and like Tony still trying to force what he thinks is going to work over. Very Tony McCon style. Anyways, let's get through this minute-long video I've rambled over for 15 minutes.
I gotta be honest, Phoenix. Collision is on an incredible roll. In my personal opinion, the last 4 episodes, from Jacksonville to Huntsville to Houston to Brisbane.
The last 4 episodes. Exactly. Stop sucking your own dick after 4 good episodes. WWE had 4 good episodes. And okay, the Challenger brand. Okay, let's say you're challenging them. WWE have 4 good shows a week. Easy. Okay? Especially if you count like LFG and that other tremendous content they're putting out there on A&E. Don't stop to blow yourself and pat yourself on the back now. Stay locked in, man. Don't worry about, we had 4 great collisions. Okay. Calm down. All these AEW sickos too, they're all just freaking out. It's back. No, man. No. Put together 4 good months of shows where like 4 of them get shitted on. Have it where 4 shows get shitted on over the next 4 months, let's say. And then we can talk. But I suggest everybody check out Collision again. There you go. I was watching the UFC last Saturday. Don't regret it. I had to watch the Collision after. Great show, though. The UFC way better, though. One of the best free fight night UFCs of all time. At least the prelims and the main and the leading up to the main event and shit. Anyways.
They were all awesome shows, and I think we have a great show for you right now tonight. You were absolutely fantastic fans tonight for Dynamite. Double or nothing.
Yeah, very awkward, Tony McCon. So we move along. Okay. So Speedball Mike Bailey is all elite. Happy for the guy. I told you guys that's where he's 100% going to go before any of the sheets. Just if you follow him, he's flat out been like, I don't give a shit about WrestleMania. Not hating on it at all. He's never a bitter guy. So I don't want anyone thinking like, oh, he's not good enough to make it. He just doesn't give a fuck. He just wants to work his own schedule. Make the most money he can to travel the world with his wife Veda Scott, I believe it's her name, and wrestle and just have crazy ass matches with his friends. He used those exact words I just said over a handful of different tweets and interviews, I believe, and things like that. So here's why I like Mike Bailey. He just admits that. He doesn't do all this cope shit. Well, it doesn't matter over that other place where, like, the guy who used to run it fucking really sucked, even though I never even got a tryout there, so fuck them, right? That's what everyone else is doing. Or everyone just wants to talk shit. He's never done that. Bailey's just like, I don't care about that. I just want to do my thing. Boom. That's all anybody wants people to do. Just don't become a cringe lord and cope. No edge, by the way. So updates regarding Sky Blue and Killswitch, formerly known as Luchasaurus, have been released following rumors of in-ring returns. So basically, guys, Sky Blue had her ankle destroyed. She's going to come back soon. I believe she's like training to come back because I read this article here, and I'll just summate it for you. Sky Blue, though, here's my worry. Great look. She's killing it in like the real fashion industry, I believe. Not like the high level. I think she's done fashion shows, though. Yeah, but she's up there. Like, how do you explain it? She's like a mid-carder in the fashion, but she's like noticed and shit like that, you know? If you see her photo shoots and stuff, like she has a career in almost anything outside of wrestling. Here's the thing. Like, if she can act, I don't know, maybe that too, but I just mean she could just have an IG and she'll be fine the rest of her life. I guarantee it. But obviously she loves wrestling and she's good at it, you know? But Tony, like, if she comes back and he puts her in a no DQ match on Collision or some shit, I'm going to freak out because she was gone for a while. Comes back. I don't, not for a while, but she was gone for a little bit, came back, got hurt, got her ankle crushed. And she's being slammed through barbed wire. Oh, no. What had happened was she got slammed through barbed wire. She was like trapped in it, right? And then a little bit later, she's in another hardcore match, like 4 weeks later, and then she crushes her ankle. And it's like, man, you have a girl here who doesn't even need to be doing dives to the outside and going through barbed wire. She doesn't even need to be doing that shit, you know? Let alone breaking her ankle. Like, what are you guys doing? So, and then Luchasaurus, unfortunately, and best wishes and prayers and energies to Luchasaurus. That dude might not wrestle again, man. He had some pneumonia thing, and there was complications, and even now, his health kill switch, I guess, Luchasaurus kill switch. So he's feeling like effects of that. So I don't know. Prayers up for Luchasaurus. Great look, great size. You know, I put him over so much. If you go way back on PWT when he got away from Jack Perry, and Christian had him more just being kind of like his Kane. Yeah, I don't know. I am a fan of the guy. I'm not sitting here like he's the next big thing or anything like that. But it's unfortunate, and hopefully he can wrestle again. Hopefully that lung shit clears up. And that's no joke. That's where Keith Lee's been at. You know, he really got sick, like really, really got sick there. So, yeah, I just hope Luchasaurus is all good, you know. Moving along here. So Mike Bailey comments on joining AEW. Says, I've been blessed for my whole career with unlimited support from all over the world. I can't thank you all enough. My biggest accomplishment in life has been making every year my best year yet, and I am extremely excited to keep that going in AEW. So, yeah, man, good for him. Exactly. He's just doing his thing. I ain't mad at it. So before we showed Tony Khan awkwardness, and it's really upset a lot of people. Punk, Nemeth, people are upset about Tony Khan seemingly gutting New Japan Pro Wrestling, as I tweeted out here. Clark Connor's headed to AEW. Now, a bunch of people got mad at me, and they were like, oh, he's there as an AEW talent, and it's not New Japan, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, no, dude, this is how it starts. Like, Gabe Kidd. So Okada would just go there. Here, I'm just going to tweet the link to the live show here. Okada was in AEW a little bit. What happened? He got poached. All of these guys, man. Gabe Kidd, Shibata, Clark Connors. I know a lot of people are like, who? I'm pretty sure he's in WWE for a bit, if I'm not mistaken. I think he was in NXT, but it's besides the point. Like, if you don't know Clark Connors, okay, cool. I'm a fucking huge sicko. I'm a wacko, guys, okay? So I know who he is. I think he was in NXT, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe NXT UK for a little bit. Sorry if you guys don't know him. He's a fucking name. He's like a good hand on the indie. I don't know. People privately to me, no one like in the business or anything, just someone with a prominent account. I'm not going to say because they weren't like, you say this, but they were shitting on him. Like he can't even get through the New Japan dojo. What's Tony Khan going to do with him? So, but I don't know if that's the sentiment on him. Cool. But he's good shit. Like if you watch Gabe Kidd, he's part of Gabe Kidd's crew, and they're like the Bullet Club War Dog guys or whatever. And they're coming into, like, Gabe Kidd just had a match on Collision, and now Clark Connors is there. And yeah, so what? Even if I go, of course he is. TK continues to gut NJPW. I'm still right about that. So on top of that, that's irking New Japan fans, right? Matt Hardy gets irked, and it's not just from working with John Alba, which it's not a coincidence that everyone who works with John Alba, gets pissed off at some point. Eric Bischoff, Matt Hardy. People just get me. My small I just unfollowed him. He's such a schmarmy prick. Sorry to go that hard on him, but Matt Hardy just snaps on him too, right? Because he just peddles this fucking, I don't know what it is. There's this bubble of the IWC that a lot of the IWC don't realize. Like, no, you're in this fucking weird bubble, dude, where you guys like say this shit that doesn't apply. Like if you talk to wrestlers and shit, if you talk to people in the entertainment industry, like in television and shit, what you're saying does not apply. And we're talking about a pro wrestling TV show. You know what I mean? So Alba's one of these dudes. It's just, I don't know what. Of course, he flexed his 42 jobs on me. Yes, I, in a bubble, sir. Like, being a pompous, schmarmy prick. But either way, I'm just burying Alba. But Matt Hardy, and just look at the look on his face already while Alba's saying what he's saying, dude. Look at the look on Matt Hardy's face. And he snaps, and he actually goes, this is what drives me nuts about AEW and Tony Khan. Okay? And this is what I'm saying. Like, again, everything we talk about has to do with Tony Khan a little bit here and how he's irking people and just he's unaware. And here's Alba sitting here with what? Is this a real fucking, what is this? Is this real? Right? And then he's going to say this thing. There's a Hollywood bubble, bud, right? Like you're in this fucking bubble where you don't actually get wrestling, but somehow you got a job hosting all the wrestler podcasts with them. Producing all the wrestler shows. What the fuck? Matt Hardy, hit me up, bro. You won't have your brain won't bleed like this. I'll challenge you and we can disagree on shit. But it's just the way Alba goes about it. He speaks so matter-of-factly when it's like, no. And Matt just snaps here. And I love this because we've seen Bischoff do the same thing multiple times. And it's not a coincidence. It's the combination of Alba's energy plus the AEW sickodom,
Harley doesn't match her in the ring. Harley doesn't.
Who cares? Harley doesn't match her in the ring. That's irrelevant.
Or maybe Alba agrees with him here, but when Hardy gets into starts saying like, this is what drives me nuts about AEW. Like Alba jumps off screen because he doesn't want to sell for that shit because he doesn't. You can tell Bischoff's done the same thing, and Alba fully like I bet he goes back at Matt and is like, well, I disagree with, I wouldn't go as far as say that or whatever. He always does that shit. So Matt's just already frustrated with him like putting shit out there that's just irrelevant. Sorry, I can't get through one clip today, but let's.
Harley doesn't match her in the ring. Harley doesn't.
Who cares? Harley doesn't match her in the ring. That's irrelevant. That's one of the issues with AEW that Tony pushes. Like we're the best wrestler and like best wrestling is. It doesn't make a difference. These people are characters, and like if you want to build this character into something else, it doesn't make a difference if she doesn't match up.
It's the best wrestling. No, people will tell you what the best wrestling is, and they're saying the best wrestling is WWE. You guys are saying the best guys, Tony Khan, but they're saying the best wrestling's WWE right now. It's the old saying, like if you don't need to say you're the GOAT if you're the GOAT, like seriously say you're the GOAT if you're the fucking GOAT. People will say that for you,
That's like, it drives me nuts, man. Once again, this is an entertainment property at the end of the day. It's nice. There's a lot of people that can do great things wrestling wise. They're very athletic. But like because she doesn't match up, if you're an over character and people are interested and it's going to help sell tickets and it's going to help move merch and it's someone that is popular, utilize them and make the most out of them.
Harley doesn't.
And I think what Alba was referring to as well, because Hardy's trying to say you should have put the title on Cameron type thing. I don't know if that's what he said, but I believe that's the sentiment that Alba was like, yo, man, people thought that, no, you keep it on Monet because Harley might not match her in the ring and all this shit. And Hardy's sitting there like, no, dude, that doesn't matter. Pull the trigger on her now, because what Tony's going to do is do it a year too late. He did it with the Acclaimed, everybody. He just had to get this Strickland, Keith Lee shit in that nobody cared about, right? Oh, let's just pair them up because they both came from NXT or whatever. No one gave a shit about that. And he just pulled the trigger on the Acclaim too long. like awaited from when it should have happened. If that grammatically even makes sense. I'm looking off screen here, but let's just hear Matt Hardy one more time. Let's just hear him snap one more time, uninterrupted.
AEW, that Tony pushes like we're the best wrestler and like best wrestling is. It doesn't make a difference. These people are characters, and like if you want to build this character into something else, it doesn't make a difference if she doesn't match up. That's like it drives me nuts, man. Once again, this is an entertainment property. At the end of the day, it's nice. There's a lot of people that can do great things wrestling wise. They're very athletic, but like because she doesn't match up. If you're an over character and people are interested, and it's going to help sell tickets and it's going to help move merch, and it's someone that is popular, utilize them and make the most out of them.
Shout out Extreme Life of Matt Hardy and John Alba and Matt Hardy. Moving along here. So let me see. So excerpts, no, not that. Mina Shirakawa names Asuka as her biggest dream opponent via Pep Talks. I quote tweeted this and said, I hope she doesn't get buried for saying that shit. AEW star Hook reportedly signed with notable wrestling agent Barry Bloom for representation in upcoming contract negotiations, PWI. Apparently the joke is sort of backstage or just around is that Barry Bloom's made more money off AEW than Tony Khan. You know, it's kind of funny. Here's Enzo Amore basically burying AEW as well. Again, I'm not trying to make this a Barry Bloom, a Barry fest, right? It's just how it's been the last little while the shows have been improving. Okay, let's be honest, man. But I can't control what Enzo says or Matt Hardy says, right? Or I can't control what Tony Khan does in front of a live crowd with a microphone, right, chat? So don't blame me. Don't get mad at me.
You're the plus of me talking shit. Shout out DraftKings. I'm here at Shit Life Stadium, an empty parking lot, but it could be worse. I could be at the used car parking lot called AEW, where a star has never been born. Tell me something, girl.
Yes. Wearing a Hitman jacket, too. Yeah, Enzo's the man. And yeah, where a star's never been born. It is true. Like as far as a star, like a star. I don't know, man. MJF's forging his own road, but he's like already going the movie route and shit. And good thing he did, because some of this shit, I don't know, is not getting over like it used to. But yeah, Enzo, and that's shitty. Like if Big Bill's there and he's getting shitted on, and you know that they're boys, but I want to see Enzo and Cass. Someone posted the clip of them in WWE when they go to cut their promo. They had no mics, but they cut the promo in front of the crowd with no mics, and the whole crowd just like said it with them and popped for everything. And yeah, they were honestly something special. I know people are like, they were problematic. Okay, people grow up, man. That was like a long time ago. I think people come a long way. And I don't know when Big Bill's getting out of AEW. I told you guys, though, 2026-7 is going to be crazy. And I'm telling you, man, there's going to be some crazy free agent action happening. So I think we might see a lot of guys try and get into WWE. And I don't think they're going to take the majority of them, or it depends. I don't know how many people leave WWE in the interim, but either way, someone put Enzo and Cass back together on your fucking wrestling show. They're just entertaining. Enzo, if you don't believe me, go watch him on OVW and the people who do give him shots on indies. He's really good. He's come such a long way wrestling wise. He takes it seriously, puts in the work, and his promos are just unmatched, man. He's just got that thing about him. And the pop, if those two came back, the pop for those fucking dudes in WWE, that'd be, it'd be good shit, pal. So we have more Tony Khan being extremely awkward, and then we're going to get into the lawsuit stuff. So this was what I saw right before I came on the air. I don't watch these in full, chat. You guys know that. I like to react on the show with you guys. So Heel Uzi says, why is Tony Clown Khan so awkward in public? So here we go.
Yeah, but yeah, those are I like Fulham.
Why does he do the Triple H point? That's what I don't get. Why did he just jack that shtick, you know? He just stole Triple H's spot, dude.
My best friend's Fulham season
And then he says, it's great. And then a fist bump.
Oh, thank you. I've been to about 8 to 10
Oh,
games.
thank you. Great shirt. It's really great. Everything's really great.
When they were in the was it Europa League? Yeah.
He looks tired as fuck. And like he does not want to listen to her at all.
I went to a few of the games.
Tony, you know you got the one that said I was down on the back of it. Yeah, I think they do. Yeah, I think they do.
It's got to be tough. I'm sure people run up on him all the time, and it's just some fucking lady telling him how she goes to all the games, and he's like, where the fuck is my Uber? I ordered an Uber Black 25 minutes ago. Get me the fuck out of here. Oh shit, man. Like, why is he even downtown like this? You know, he's like, oh shit, I crept off to smoke a blunt.
I heard you were shipping out so many t-shirts. I shipped out a lot of shirts.
Yeah.
Well, good. There's a lot good. I hope it covers. You're just gonna.
It'll be brilliant.
Optimistically, we would sell out of all.
You will. This is going to
Optimistically, we would sell out of all the shirts. Like, that's part of Tony when he's, and don't forget, we have a 9-minute overrun tonight. You don't want to miss. It's like the same thing, telling her business stuff. Optimistically, logistically, I mean, if we shift a few things around, we'll sell a whole handful of these shirts. Yeah, no shit, bro. You want to sell out of the shirts? She's like, oh, yeah. Oh, man. And notice how she's like, I went to all the games, and he doesn't give a fuck. And then she's like, so the T-shirt sales. Oh, yeah, it's great. We're selling the most shirts. Ask Pro Wrestle Tees. Oh, man, that shit is funny. Let me check in with chat, then let's get into the lawsuit action here. How about that? So, speaking of shirts, we'll put that up on screen here. Let me check in with chat for a minute. Okay, Rabid Wolverine for 5 says, I will pay $50 for a pay-per-view to see CM Punk and Tony Khan share a courtroom. Yeah, dude.
It's great.
I don't know why I gave you a Price is Wrong, but dude, if that was like a public trial, like some of these celebrity ones are, amazing. I would love that so much. STG 212 says Tony McCann and his 4 great shows, the best guy. Yeah, dude. What are the 4 pillars of AEW pay-per-views, I wonder? Chat, let me know. What do they consider like their
the best
4
guys? Tony Khan.
That's what I'm curious. Yushin FX gifted 5 Pro Wrestle Clips memberships. Oh shit, man, that is amazing. That is amazing. Thank you so much. And guys, yeah, consider becoming a member. Run those likes up to 100 as well, or else Jericho's going to do a run-in. You guys already know how I get down. There's like 260 people watching across both channels. We're at 67 likes on the Clip channel. Run that shit up to 100, please, or Jericho's going to come up, okay? And thank you for gifting memberships, right? Cleric of Chaos has been a member for 1 month. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you very much. Dashing Purple has been a member for 4 months. Thank you for 4 months of membership. And yeah, thank you for rocking with us all. That you're always here.
Master need to obliterate.
Brady Mac comes in. Miggity Mac for 5 and says, Phil, I just wanted to tell you, after listening back to your last show, your Tony crossover bit had me dying all day yesterday. Thank you for that. The Tony crossover. What bit was that? I do so many of these shows, dude. What was the bit? Tell me. What was I saying? Was it Tony crossing over into? Oh yeah. Okay, I remember. Yeah, thank you so much. I've been getting a lot of compliments on my in the comments. I'm noticing on my impressions and everything, making me feel good. We're almost at 6K subs too, guys. Okay, so quick plugs here as I read the super chats here, and I'm gonna check in with chat as well. So you guys make sure you're commenting in there. But yeah, Pro Wrestle Times on X, youtube.com/@ Pro Wrestle Times, almost at 2K subs. At Pro Wrestle Clips channel is almost at 6K. We're like right there. Make sure you subscribe. Run the likes up to 100. Patreon.com/ Pro Wrestle Times. Back to your regular scheduled programming, folks. Raz Grado has been a member for 6 months. and sends me music too that they make that I will play sometime, maybe on like a members only
Sometimes
show
in
or
life, you
something.
gotta be a hoe.
Which those are coming back, by the way. Okay. And it's going to be like AMA pretty much every time. It's going to be way different than this, but I'm bringing those back. Okay. Because I don't want to just do more of this show, but for members, it's going to be a different thing. We'll EFAP stuff / AMA. You know what I mean? So yeah, those are coming back too very, very, very soon. So let me check in with chat quickly, and then we'll get to the whole lawsuit stuff. Let me hit the like button. Okay, yeah, do it. I usually mark for Jericho, but I want to end this final run gifting you all these memberships. Yeah, well, run those likes up to 100. Haha, the sex number. 10 minutes, 69. Nice. Oh, I get what you got. Okay, does Chicago got to pull up and slap another? Oh, okay, come on now. Lincoln. Lincoln, hello. Let's see what everyone's saying. All in, all out, double or nothing. Yeah. So what would be their other one then? Like Full Gear, or probably Full Gear, right? Or maybe maybe World's End now. Fuck. I don't know. Was that one fan of Fulham? Probably, Jake. I don't fucking know. Hey, if we don't ship a ring and borrow Kyle's friends, right? We can make it. Okay. Here we go. Let's scroll back down. Sorry, guys. Okay. Run the likes up. So let's get into the news, right? The whole thing.
Sometimes in life, you got to be a hoe.
That's what Ryan Nemeth told the wrestling world here the other day. Is it comes out, that he accuses CM Punk of abuse and harassment during their time together in AEW. So there's myriad posts, myriad articles. I clipped out some of the quotes that I saw floating around the IWC that I thought were key. We head over here to the Takedown over here at SI, Sports Illustrated. Shout them out. And let's take a look at this article and read through it here, folks. I didn't react to everything yet. Okay. I take a quick look at what our good friend Triple H's thoughts posts, and I fucking read a sentence or two and go, okay, this is something I'm going to bring to the show. With this as well, I just read the SI headline. I clicked over to the article. I quickly scrolled through to see if they had a nice timeline laid out. They did. Boom, we're going with SI. So great work for them. And they do a lot of AEW shilling, by the way. So this should be nice. Everyone hydrate. Get your soda waters ready. So CM Punk accused of assault and abuse in a lawsuit filed against himself, Tony Khan, and AEW. TNA wrestling star Ryan Nemeth is accusing CM Punk of abuse and harassment during their time together in AEW. Ryan Nemeth has now filed a lawsuit against CM Punk, Tony Khan, and AEW in LA Superior Court. The lawsuit obtained by Fightful and outlined below was filed back on February 14. On Valentine's, no less. How could you be so heartless? How could you be so heartless? I don't have auto-tune. It alleges that Nemeth suffered abuse. Let me see, where the fuck am I? Suffered abuse, harassment, threats, and more during his time in All Elite Wrestling. Nemeth specifically mentions that Phil Brooks, aka CM Punk, undertook a campaign to terrorize and intimidate him, which included an alleged physical assault. He further insists that not only did Tony Khan and AEW turn a blind eye to the alleged abuse, but that Nemeth was punished for filing complaints against Brooks. So see, even people were being punished for filing complaints against CM Punk. Basically, if you file any complaint there, or you say anything's not great, you just get punished. So if Punk says shit's not great, he gets punished. If, you have a problem anywhere with anyone backstage, you just get punished. So it's a whole lot of bullshit. He goes as far as to accuse Tony Khan of blaming Nemeth for Brooks' eventual departure from AEW. So did Tony Khan blame him? You're the reason I feared for my life and had to fire CM Punk and protect Jack Perry, not the Young Bucks. Not because he beat the shit out of the Young Bucks and they have some fucking executive order here because of my fuck up. So the following is an unaltered timeline of events as presented in the lawsuit. At all relevant times mentioned herein, Brooks was also an employee of AEW, serving a role in executive leadership. Okay, so Punk worked there. And so executive leadership, he had some EVP power too. Of course, we know that with Collision, right? And we know that Ryan Nemeth tweeted out literally the softest man alive or whatever. And then Punk fucking pressed him backstage and was like, what's up? And then Nemeth before, if you guys remember, he accused AEW of like telling him to tweet that shit out. So we'll see as we go on. But in early 2023, Brooks assaulted and battered two fellow wrestlers known by the stage names Matt and Nick Jackson. Yes! It just fucking confirms that Punk beat the shit out of both Young Bucks.
Be gone.
I fucking love it, man. Brooks is known to have an uncontrollable temper, bro. Come on, man. And often lashes out in violent tirades against others. When's another time that that's happened? He shot a fair one with Teddy Hart, didn't he? Name another time he had a violent outburst where he punched the shit out of two guys who stormed in his locker room, man. Come on, dog. I'm not saying he didn't smack them all first, but thus defendants were on notice regarding Brooks's violent proclivities. Rather than removing Brooks from the AEW roster of wrestlers, Tony Khan made the decision to merely suspend Brooks for a few months. Brooks is one of AEW's most popular wrestlers, and Khan did not feel that Brooks could be removed without a substantial loss in profit for AEW. Yeah. I love that. Like, if this is true, right? If this part's true, which it's in court and shit, man. So Tony's got to, swear on a Bible and say, no, I didn't think we'd lose profit. You know, he's obviously going to cop to this shit or whatever, however the legal proceedings go about. All I'm saying is that let's take Nemeth for his word here, or at least the findings or whatever the fuck, as the lawsuit lays it out. Tony Khan, was worried about what we were all saying. They can't afford to lose Punk, is what everyone was saying. Oh, no, they'll be okay. Dave Meltzer, oh, no, not really, Brian. Meanwhile, no, Tony's like, we can't afford to lose him and shit. But then he doesn't just fire the Bucks or Jack Perry. Like, if Jack Perry left, which he's been gone, be gone. No one would bat an eyelash, and that just proves our point as well, you know? Like, you don't need a Jack Perry. You need a CM Punk. You fucked it up. But anyways, further, Khan has a very deep personal affinity for Brooks. Khan made this conscious decision to keep Brooks as a part of AEW, although he knew that Brooks is prone to lashing out in violent episodes and to injure others. So who did he injure? Right? Punk, we know, got hurt, according to him, in the altercation. Backstage, he may have tore something then. We don't know for sure. But who else was he violent outburst on at this point? You have to remember, he got in a fight with the Bucks. The Jack Perry shit didn't go down yet. In hindsight now, Nemeth's trying to say, oh yeah, and he's known for this. Where? Name another fucking time, bro. Name another time. That's crazy. Anyways. Beyond his deep feelings for Brooks, Khan represented to AEW executives and wrestlers that the TBS network had produced the Collision show contingent upon Brooks' involvement as the show's star. Boom. That's why that show might go away. Punk hasn't been there for quite a while. This was all the more reason for Khan to keep Brooks in spite of his violent propensities. What violent propensities? They keep saying this. What are the violent propensities? During his suspension for unknown reasons, Brooks made it known that he despised Nemeth. Nemeth did nothing to Brooks whatsoever, so he didn't tweet out calling him the softest man alive. Brooks made it well known that he was angry with Nemeth. Brooks has a notorious history for taking violent action against others for no reason. That is just not true. On April 16, 2023, Nemeth contacted executives within AEW to tell his employer that he was worried Brooks would come back to the wrestling circuit following his suspension and assault Nemeth. He was scared. He was scared he was going to get fucking G-checked. Oh, man. That shit is so funny, man. On June 21, 2023, oh, sorry. No, we read it. Following his return to the wrestling circuit. No, here we are. He assaulted Nemeth in the male talent locker room in a menacing manner. Brooks shouted at Nemeth, "Do we have a fucking problem? Do we need to step outside and handle this like men? That's not assault, brother. Don't be a bitch, dude." Nemeth was cornered by Brooks and did everything he could in order to de-escalate the situation. Yeah, so don't call people fucking soft, bro. That's all it was. Like, you should have told him, yeah, let's go outside, or you should have just said, all right. Or if you de-escalated it and you didn't get smacked around, then you successfully de-escalated it. No, nothing happened, right? You felt threatened. Okay. Maybe Punk felt threatened when you call him the softest man alive. That's all I'm saying. The next day, Nemeth was contacted by Tony Schiavone and Schiavone and other executives from AEW to explain what happened. Nemeth calmly and factually explained that he was attacked by Brooks in the locker room. You weren't attacked, bro. Following the assault, he keeps calling it an assault, bro. What a baby back bitch. Nothing happened to Brooks as far as punishment from AEW. It is well known in the wrestling industry that benching a wrestler is a form of punishment. That is, the wrestling performer is not scheduled for a match and thus not paid. Benching a wrestler is a customary manner of punishing a wrestler. Following the incident with Brooks, Nemeth greatly feared being benched by AEW. Nemeth spoke with AEW's in-house counsel and attorneys from Latham and Watkins, outside counsel for AEW. All of the attorneys promised that Nemeth would not be benched. Well, how can they promise that, bro? Like what? Oh, yeah, we promise you're going to get a push now, right, Tony Khan? No, dude, that's not how it works, and Tony benches everybody. Following his June 22 conversation with Tony Schiavone at AL, Nemeth was not booked for a match for over 2 months. Because Nemeth was not booked for matches, his income stream from AEW dried up. More importantly, his popularity, because he was on one of those per appearance deals that AEW have people on. Anyways, more importantly, his popularity and marketability faded. What popularity or marketability, dude? From being absent from the professional wrestling circuit. On June 17, 2023, Nemeth again contacted AEW's legal department to complain that he was being punished for doing nothing. It was then that Nemeth discovered the real reason why he was being benched. Brooks had insisted upon this because Tony Khan had such a deep admiration for Brooks, bordering on an obsession. Oh my God. Khan went along with, but then he fired CM Punk. So this whole argument fucking falls apart. Khan went along with Brooks's desires to ruin Nemeth's career. Punk didn't want to ruin your fucking career, bro. He just said, don't book him on Collision. And then no one wanted you on Dynamite either. Because you're stirring up shit, and Tony doesn't like when you stir up shit. It's just that simple. On August 12th, 2023, Nemeth was finally booked for an event in Greensboro. On the morning of the 12th, Nemeth was walking through the hotel lobby to board a shuttle to the sports arena where the wrestling match would take place. He saw Brooks. Brooks immediately took out his phone and began to text. Who gives a shit? A moment after that text was sent, Nemeth received a text from AEW supervisor Pat Buck saying that he needed to speak with Nemeth as soon as he got to the arena. Man, upon arriving, Nemeth sought out Pat Buck. Buck told Nemeth that he needed to leave the arena immediately and that travel would be arranged for him to fly out on the same day. Okay, but you can't prove Punk was texting right when you locked eyes with him. Logan Paul in the ring getting great heat. Nemeth was embarrassed and humiliated in front of other wrestlers who witnessed him being kicked out of the arena. More importantly, fans observed him leaving the arena. Nah, 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 nah. Nah, nah, nah. Hey, goodbye. More importantly, fans observed him leaving the arena. Pictures were taken and the expulsion became viral on social media. No, it didn't. No one knew about that till now. This humiliation caused irreparable damage. The marketability and reputation of Nemeth. Bro, you got a juicy contract with TNA and your brother Nick, and you're featured on TV now all the time. Shut the fuck up. This entire episode was engineered by Brooks. Brooks demanded that Nemeth be told to leave, and he would be flown out of Greensboro immediately. Khan, for his part, went along with Brooks out of his deep admiration. On August 15th, Nemeth contacted AEW's legal group and complained about being ejected from the event at the direction of Brooks. AEW lawyers were themselves stunned and could offer no explanation for the conduct of Brooks or Khan. Are these the same lawyers that advised them to fire fucking Brooks, dude? Because this whole thing falls apart if that's the case. On November 18, Nemeth wrestled for the last time in AEW. He continued to follow it up with AEW's legal department in the hope of trying to resolve the situation and avoid further conflict. In a bizarre email, AEW attorney Chris Peck reached out and threatened legal action against Nemeth and accused him of employing a ghostwriter in his emails. I wonder, have we seen that email? Is that public record too? On November 25, Brooks left AEW to wrestle for the organization's main competitor, WWE. Khan was heartbroken by the departure of Brooks, his idol. Well, you weren't on TV or at the buildings. How the fuck do you know this? That he adored in every way. Khan was furious with Nemeth. Khan believes that Brooks left AEW because of Nemeth. How do you make that accusation? Speaking of Punk, he's interrupting Logan Paul right now. I said it a few weeks back. That would be a good match for Punk and Paul at Mania. Not a main event, but either way, the defendants have embarked upon a campaign to blackball Nemeth from professional wrestling. I guarantee you Punk doesn't give a fuck. You're in the company that WWE's and NXT that he works a great deal with are partnered with, bro. They don't give a fuck. He doesn't care about you, bro. Specifically, Tony Khan blames Nemeth for Brooks leaving AEW and has used his significant resources to make sure that Nemeth can never again make a living in wrestling. The conduct of each of the defendants was malicious in that defendants intended to cause injury to the plaintiff. Defendants acted willfully and with a conscious disregard for the rights of the plaintiff. Nemeth, who is currently under contract with TNA, is seeking compensatory and punitive damages and is demanding a jury trial. Let's fucking go. So that was SI, okay? There were questions that were asked, dude. So Triple H's thoughts. Tweets this out. Lawyer, Mr. Nemeth, when did your career begin? Nemeth, 2010 for OVW. Lawyer, and your contention that in 2023, after 13 years, now I don't know if this is real or if this is fucking just his rendition of what's going to happen. And your contention that in 2023, after 13 years in the pro wrestling business where you'd had no success in any major televised promotion, that Mr. Brooks sabotaged your career. Nemeth, yes. Lawyer, how so? Yeah, I think Triple H here, Triple H's thoughts is just making fun of, like, just pointing out a logistical fallacy, right? So Nemeth says, he didn't let me appear on one episode of Collision when he had control over that program. Then my contract expired and Tony Khan didn't re-sign me because Punk hated me. Lawyer, you appeared on Dynamite 5 times and Rampage 3 times over that 3 years you worked at AEW. Nemeth, yes. Lawyer, Mr. Nemeth, is it true you won 0 combined matches on Dynamite and Rampage in your only 8 total appearances on those shows? 2 shows in which Mr. Brooks wasn't creatively in charge in the 3 years you worked for AEW. Nemeth, yes. And your contention is Mr. Brooks sabotaged your career. Nemeth, yes. Exactly. Owned. Like, bro, you just weren't over. You're not that good. You're green as shit. You think you're more over than you are because you're involved in, like, Hollywood shit. That's all it is, right? Yeah, so in August 2023, again here, Nemeth was among wrestlers sent home. There's more than one from one taping due to concerns, reportedly from Punk, about potential backstage issues. Also, the dispute originated following Punk's return to AEW on June 17. Nemeth posted a tweet, literally the softest man alive. Boom, dude. You get a fucking smack or you get backed in a corner and you got to deal with it like a man. I know you're pretty boy. Look it, here's the tweet. I know you're like one of these dudes who's never been pressed. And I know like you and your brother collegiate wrestled and that's great, bro. But you never were really pressed by a dude who like doesn't give a fuck. Punk is delusional, bro. You don't get it. He'll go fight a jiu-jitsu brown belt in the UFC and think he's going to win. So guys like dudes who aren't about it, like Ryan Nemeth, they're going to fucking back down from that. You know what I mean? They're going to be real scared of someone who's just genuinely doesn't give a fuck. It's the old say, I don't know karate, but I know crazy, right? It's that old thing. Like Punk will just punch you in the fucking mouth. Then what? You know, shoot your double leg. Great. But he's not afraid to have that happen to him either. You got to understand that, dude. So don't talk shit. It's just called fuck around, find out. You know what I mean? This guy just posting full quotes here. This is at Winter Weather. The full quote is even funnier. Oh my fucking God. So Ryan Nemeth is a successful actor, comedian, and stuntman. Nemeth also followed his older brother Nick's career and has established himself as a star performer on the professional wrestling circuit. A star, Nemeth was under contract with AEW. AEW is owned by Shad and Tony Khan. Shad Khan is the owner of the Jaguars. With his son, Tony managed to alienate almost everyone within the Jaguars organization, including star NFL players. That's the rumor, too. Apparently, he's just because he forces his low, like a guy who didn't get drafted, and that's his specialty. He goes after 6-7 rounders and guys who didn't get drafted, and then one of them makes the team every fucking year. And it's just like a sympathy. This is Shad Khan's kid's pick, we got to put him on the team. So Tony was moved to a leadership role in the Khan family-owned Fulham Football Club. Ended up mismanaging Fulham, leading to multiple lawsuits against the club. Since he was a child, Tony loved professional wrestling and had an obsession with certain wrestlers. The Khan family formed AEW to provide Tony with something to do safely away from the family's other ventures. It's the truth. Tony serves as AEW's chief executive officer. That is the truth, man. They did this to get him the fuck. They don't care if they're fucking up the wrestling business. Shad's just like, get the fuck away. Okay, how much are we willing to invest in just losing it on my son every year? Okay, here's what you get, buddy. Go out there and get it. Yeah. Pretty much everyone's sentiment. Meanwhile, you see Logan Paul and Punk cooking right now, chefing it up on Raw, dude. Again, a promo I'm going to have to go back and watch. So we read this quote, excerpts from the Nemeth lawsuit. We read through all of this. We read the whole lawsuit timeline, and Tony Khan just got buried like a goof. And that, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for AEW news. Let's watch some fucking WWE here. Chat, what have they been saying in this promo? Give me the fucking jot notes, the cliff notes of what this promo's been, because I missed some of it, and I just hear them cooking. And I need to go back and listen to this now again.
To figure out who you are or to remember who you are.
Okay, let's take a look here at chat. Daniel Nutcrager for 5 says PWT until the break of dawn, and on and on. The best guy is Tony Khan. Right, dude?
The best guy is Tony Khan.
Bars, man. Thank you for that. You know what I mean? Appreciate that. You Ain't Hype gifts 5 Pro Wrestle Clips memberships. Oh, I don't know why I clicked nope. I meant to go into Oblivion.
Master need to obliviate.
Dude, thank you so much. I hope our biggest haters get those, or our biggest fans. You know what I mean? Thank you so much.
Acknowledge me.
You Ain't Hype. And then You Ain't Hype with 5 says, time's got my last gift. They hooked it up tonight. It has been fun and had a blast. Going on a sabbatical. See you in space. PWT Universe. Time's got my last gift. They hooked it up tonight. It has been fun and had a blast. Going on a sabbatical. See you in space. PWT Universe, Glizzies. Dude, I hope you're not like dead and this is your fucking coup de grace.
Be gone.
No. But like, dude, if you're gone for a while, we're gonna miss you, bro. Stay tapped in with us, man, but have fun in space. You know what I mean? And God bless you. Godspeed. We love you, buddy. I don't know if that's what that. Very mysterious, but I appreciate you, man. Ezra Gobert became a new member. Right on, man. That's amazing. And then Miss October 30 gifted 1 membership as well, guys. Fucking round of applause for gifted memberships, for everybody just supporting the channel. All you guys, the PWT Universe make it possible. Paul slapped Punk. We're definitely getting that at WrestleMania. Okay?
Run while your legs still work. On Saturday, it's not just a ring. You're locked in a cage with CM Punk.
Yeah, maybe that's the WrestleMania match. Who knows? But these guys were fucking cooking there, dude.
You'll understand why they chant my name.
Yeah, Jericho's going to pop out here, guys, right away. If we don't run this thing up to 100 likes, let's see where we're at. Oh, 95. Guys, joining me on the show, unless we get those likes round up, I'll give you 2 minutes to run them up. Yeah, that was a great slap, dude.
One winner is coming Saturday inside the Elimination Chamber. The winner goes to WrestleMania to face Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship. Well, it's been quite the debut here at WWE for the man known as Penta. But his winning ways.
Do you guys watch LFG? Did you guys see that last episode last night? So, yo, check it out. All of those shows, WWE LFG, Rivals, Greatest Moments, which is an awesome show. Those all come on in Canada. You can watch that shit on Crave. Crave Canada. Just fucking amazing. So I have Netflix and then Crave. I can watch everything. You know what I mean? So that show's amazing. The last episode was really good. They drafted their teams. We have some WWE news to get to today, guys. Don't worry. But yeah, they drafted their teams and they had some matches. And man, that show's fucking awesome. A way better version of Tough Enough, but it was kind of gimmicked. You know that they worked, they planned out who was going to be drafted where, I feel like. 105 likes, dude. Jumped up 10. You know what I mean? That's what I'm fucking talking about. So 106. See, you guys really didn't want Jericho. Thank you. And I will stop asking for the night. Everybody's like, oh, man, you beg for likes. Yeah, it works, man. And it fucking helps the algorithm so much, especially when you're live. When you're live and people are running the likes up, that's so big. And yes, dude, because people don't like their streams. People will get like fucking 6K watching their stream and have 1,200 likes. It's like, bro, there should be 4K likes on that video, you know? So, yeah, stop being bitches, dude. Listen to me. I'm the dude that everyone's like, man, your videos are just recommended to me and shit. Wonder why, bitches. Listen to what I'm saying. So Ludwig Kaiser's just cutting it up. I can call it on commentary or we can do more hot news. It's up to you guys. Let me know. We got WWE news on deck. Because he's just talking shit. Like Ludwig just takes what he wants. He does the same shit he always says. He's just trashing the crowd, cutting a good promo. News, more news. Yeah, bro, exactly. That's you threaten us. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if it's a bit, right? It's yeah, dude. It's like more of a hostage situation, right? I don't. I like them doing the promos before the match. I agree. Miss October 30 wants news. It seems sort of split, man. We'll listen on the next because I did so much AEW stuff on the next commercial. Unless it's something crazy, I'll fucking jump into the news. Okay. Ludwig's just saying, dude. I guarantee you, the attention's gonna stay where it belongs at the end of the night, and that's with me. So in 2025 is going to be the year of Kaiser. Soda water. And the 100 too is going to go up. Like, let's say we have consistently every week 450 watching every show. Usually when there's like big drama going down, we're at like 400. Otherwise, it's around like 300 or so. Mondays are always lower because people are actually watching Raw and want to pay attention to that. You know, Wednesdays is like, you know, we get 400 motherfuckers in here. If we get that consistent, like up to 5, then it'll be like, okay, we need 200 likes and shit. But if there's like 200 people on just one channel, we got to get to 100 likes at least, guys. But yeah, if you factor in both channels, we crush it. Like, now that I'm not talking about the news, the number drops a bit, but then, you know, Wednesday it shoots back up. So we're just growing and growing here, folks. And Phil Mark's out coming soon too, which you guys are gonna love. I'm gonna like review movies and shit for you guys, talk about pop culture stuff. It's gonna be super fun. Okay, we're back from commercial. Butch is coming out. Oh, they're doing a WrestleMania ad here. In Canada, they are ad breaks, which is usually just music. Nah, on Raw, they play like we get more Raw. We just get backstage interviews and vignettes and promos and shit to the live crowd. On SmackDown and NXT and shit, yeah, we get fucking just music. And it's like boo, 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 boo. I should make a song to that music. I wonder if that music's copyright stricken. Yeah, Solo's going to go babyface and rejoin the OG bloodline because he's OG bloodline. You know, he's part of it. It's not OG bloodline without Solo, so he's going to be in it as a babyface. Jacob's going to turn on him, and we're going to get Jacob and Hikuleo and the Tongans and shit. And maybe Lance Anoa'i. Why would Roman forgive Solo? Because, well, let's think about it. We can brainstorm it together here, but why would he forgive him? Well, why did because this is why the blood's thicker than the water. And also, like, why did Jay forgive Roman? Right? Solo's going to realize, like, no, I went about it the wrong way. I tried to steal the power from you when the move was to be handed the power when you were good and ready to hand it to me. Like the wise man prophesized and shit. Like, they told Solo, you're the head of the table, bro. You're the next one. We're grooming you to be that. It's Solo. They flat out said it. But when they didn't give it to him quick enough, he tried to take it for himself. When he thought Roman fucking failed, he tried to take it for himself. That's even if Roman failed, that wasn't his job. His job was to wait till Roman handed that Ulafala over the proper way. He didn't do that. So they'll forgive him, you know? They'll forgive him as long as he repents and he just proves redemption, bro. Storytelling, you know? That's why he forgives them. Shit we haven't seen yet, you know? Right. Right, and Roman's a tweener. Again, he's not out there kissing babies and shit. He's like, ain't shit changed, da-da-da-da-da. So, yeah, Solo's the same shit. He can be like, no, I'm still a goon heater who's going to do run-ins if I got to, but we're just not going to. He just won't do that. He just won't say shit. He'll just be like a heater who, you know, dukes it out with the new bloodline, the new bloodline, you know? Like the Islanders even, or whatever they decide to call them. Because Jacob Fatu's, we talked about this last show, the Islander Tama, who's in 2K25, by the way, I guess. Because they have a bunch of bloodline characters in that. It's awesome. Like the whole family, all the versions of them and shit. Other than like the Sultan. But yeah, like Tama, the Islander, was Haku's tag partner. So that dude is Jacob Fatu's dad or uncle or whatever, like direct, like first uncle or dad or whatever. But it's not like a second or third cousin or whatever. So Jacob Fatu and being with Tonga works so well. I didn't even make the connection until recently. And then you have Tongaloa, Haku's kids, and then you have Hikuleo, Haku's other kid. And yeah, and then you have Lance Anoa'i, who's in NXT cooking right now. So you have a whole new bloodline right there. But doesn't a coup involve betraying? I don't think so. I think it involves like conspiracy more than anything, you know? Like you know? Am I wrong on that? We need fucking Dosen here. He can define this shit. But yeah, this match is cooking here. I'm locked in, man. We got Penta, drop kick to the arm on Butch there. His arm's fucked against the steel stairs. And you got Ludwig really directing things. If you see him calling the spots and oh, solid kick to the chops. Who managed Tama, Samoan Savage, and WCW? The wise man himself. Boom. Boom. There you go. Yeah, and he managed the Wild Samoans too, didn't he? So it just makes sense. The connections are there. I don't think Heyman will turn, though. I think he fucking stays with this bloodline. Unless he's just like, look, my time with Roman, I did what I could. Now let me do the same for Jacob. So commercial break here. Right, that's a coup d'etat, is a violent overthrow of government. But a coup, d'etat is that's en français, so that, like a coup is a different, a sudden, violent, and unlawful seizure of power, a notable or successful stroke or move, yeah. So it's just like a outthinking, like, you know what I mean? Just outplaying. Usually involves a conspiracy, so yeah. So yeah, basically he's just working fucking Penta over, stepping on his face, kicking him. Butch is still outside the ring selling his arm. Now he's getting back in. Now he's fighting Kaiser outside the ring. Dude, think about this elimination chamber, the people being advertised for this shit. Cody Rhodes, Cena, The Rock, and CM Punk. This Saturday. Oh, that's this Saturday? Yes. Yes, chat. That is going to be fucking fantastic. That's going to be amazing. Chamber stream this Saturday. Let's go. Yeah, Roman vanished, and then fucking Solo just took over the top spot. That's all it was, man. It's very simple. Like, he just thought, oh, Roman's not here. And same thing Jacob's doing. What happened? Solo dipped out. Jacob's like, nah, I got the promos, Oos. Like, I don't need you to talk for me, dog. It's the same thing happening, man. And so he's going to relate to Roman, and he's going to come to him hat in hand like, bro, I fucked up, and now I'm in a problem, and I can't, you know what I mean? The new bloodline don't like me either, and I know I got a lot of, like, I'll earn my spot back type shit. And then we get a fucking War Games next year. Jacob's bloodline versus, Back from commercial, we're getting a big top rope. They're doing a powerbomb superplex spot. Oh, shit. It blacked out for a sec. We almost missed it. Braun Breaker is fucking up someone's house on one of the commercials in the U.S. right now. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, yeah. Penta's chopping wood.
Across the ring, delivers one as well. The Ludwig Kaiser. And Penta's fired up. Shift the gears, pick it up a notch a good bit.
Did Penta always do the reverse sling blade, or is he doing that because Seth Rollins or Finn Balor and other people already do it in WWE? The OG one. I can't remember. I feel like he used to do just the original version. Sound like Eric Sermon, the generic version. I don't know why I thought of that. Oh, shit. Penta with the head scissors takeover off the top rope from the outside of the ring onto Ludwig Kaiser with Dunn's body, if that makes sense. If you aren't watching, folks. He does both, but switched to reversal one a couple years ago. Okay. That's smart because everyone does it the other way. Oh, man. Penta just fucking flying around, dude. Oh, he doesn't even hit the rope, dude. Just runs and fuck it. The guy's been waiting too long. Oh, shit. This is a car. Phil referencing EPMD on PWT. It's like a fever dream. Hey, man. You guys know I like hip-hop. If you listen to this show, come on, man. I'm tapped in. I just like music in general, you know? Damn, dude. Penta's just something special. No, Chris McCarty, he's not wrestling injured. Isn't Penta still wrestling injured? No, he's not wrestling injured, but he tore his bicep a while back, and everyone wrestles injured to some degree. But he did tear his bicep, and he just never like got it properly fixed, I don't think. So, yeah, he may be, you know, but everyone's hurt a little bit. So, and it's not that he can't clear a physical. You have to understand that. They test him. He's told the WWE doctors, this isn't the Bush Leagues. They know about it, and they deemed him physically fit. So, you just go with that, you know? Penta is him. Yeah, he is, dude. So glad he got the run before Phoenix comes in. Damn, the bitter end. No way. Oh, thank God Kaiser broke it up. Oh, my God. I've never been more excited for a fucking Kaiser interruption than right there. I was like, if Pete Dunne is the first one to pin Penta, I might never watch this show again. Phil's favorite hip-hop song, I'm in love with the Coco. No, I definitely am not. I'm too old for that shit, dog. But that is a funny song. Baking soda. Oh, he steps off his back with the destroyer. And then, boom, super kick. And then he'll hit the Penta driver and finish it. Watch. That's a fucking, oh, man. Oh, no, he's going to snap the sacrifice, dude. Oh, my God. Now, I didn't see the news, but Tony Khan allegedly owns the rights to Lucha Underground now. Where did you see that? Tag me in that if you guys see it on X. Because that's some bullshit if he bought the rights to that. No way. Okay, awesome. That was a great finish. So, Penta's first loss wasn't him getting pinned, but it's so he's still undefeated as a singles, but his first L comes in a triple threat where Dunn gets pinned by Kaiser. Good booking right there, man. That's how you get more heat on Kaiser and shit. That's a rumor. Okay, thank you, Cleric, because I don't yeah, we only mean the song in jest, not the substance. Cocaine is only for Rick James, bitch. Oh, shit. No, he doesn't. That's a rumor. Thank you for clarifying that, because I do not want to know that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit right now, bro. That would fucking devastate me. Or, I mean, I would love that, Tony. They always do what I don't want them to do. I mean, I would love that, Tony. Definitely buy it. No. I'm Rick James, bitch. God, that's such a funny thing. Funny episode of Chappelle's Show. Here we go. John Cena, a little vignette here.
What is best for business is I main event WrestleMania. And what is best for business is
Aren't the Lucha Underground rights a mess? I don't think I think like them owning some people's shit is a mess, but I don't know if like someone just straight up owns the show or what, but I would try and sell it to W. Like if I'm any of these companies, I'm just going to them and saying, hey, we have a bunch of Penta and Rey Mysterio and Chelsea Green and Zelina Vega and a bunch of guys in your company. They were all in this company with this show that's no longer on the air. Do you guys want to buy this shit? Like, I would fucking just go to them with an offer. Like, what are you going to do with it? Resurrect it? That'd be cool, but who are they going to use? I guess there's guys, but maybe Tony would let guys go over there and they just restructure the deals, but I don't know. Because this is the problem, right? There was a while there where WWE was shilling out huge money for all these libraries. People should have jumped on it then, because fucking Netflix is just buying up companies' rights for like Raw and shit. So if you're not WWE, they don't give a fuck. Like, a lot of places aren't looking to just buy up libraries anymore. Now it's about original and live content. Huge pop for Rhea Ripley, by the way.
Is going to be, because next week on Monday Night Raw,
Jackie
championship against Io Sky. So my question for you is,
R.I.P. Charlie Murphy.
To prepare for this title defense with Elimination Chamber looming.
Look, I'm gonna have an eye on Elimination Chamber, but my full focus is on next week because Io was right.
And people are mad that this match is on the Raw Go Home show, Io versus Rhea. And then you also have Chelsea Green defending her U.S. title against like a mystery opponent in Toronto. And I'm sitting here like, Gail Kim? That'd be pretty crazy on the Go Home SmackDown. And people are mad about that too. Pretty crazy. That was 100% a heel promo. No, it's not heel, man. It's not heel. It's just being serious and letting people know, like, okay, I'm kicking it in another gear and I'm getting desperate. Like, I'm desperate for it now. Now it's the beginnings. That wasn't heel, but it was foreshadowing, you know? Maybe, though. They could also swerve the other way. I think Cody turning heel on Cena would be far more impactful. Far more impactful. Because Triple H don't care. No, that is it's just false, bro. Don't listen to marks in the IWC. Listen to fucking the wrestlers who all say the culture's way better. Things are way better. Everything's better. The women in WWE are more happy than they've ever been. They're all on the same ship. There's way more opportunities for big money matches for them and shit like that. That's why that fake story came out with no names attached to it. Because no one's saying that shit. They're making it up. It happens every single time. No one's talking about Rosa Bane. They're all, which we can put names and faces to. They're all talking about make-believe heat in the WWE women's locker room. That's fake news, bro.
Sunday at WWE LFC, Legend and Future Race, where Bubba Ray Dudley, Mickey James, The Undertaker, and Booker T, well, they helped his mentor, the new generation.
So they're taking a look at LFG. Yeah, we'll jump into some news here soon, guys. But, they're giving us a preview of this week coming up. Right on. Road Dogg teaching them to fucking cut promos, dude.
Road Dogg is the man. Walk straight in, drop like 2 bars off the top of his head. I'm excited to get to work with Road Dogg.
Yeah, Road Dogg is a good teacher. Too bad Scott Hall, man, R.I.P. He'd be great to get in there with some of those guys. But some of it's like a little fake, though, where I think they we'll talk about it when we get to that portion. I have it in the bookmarks here. It's your boys, the Boo Day. Okay, it's Boo Day time. Yeah, I love New Day's new theme, the new look, just the attitude, the shitty fucking Kofi beard, the heat they get. Love it, man. Road Dogg teaching how to gain weight. This Asian dude in a fucking Squid Game jumper. It looks like no, it's like an Adidas tracksuit, but he's got a sign Cena. I can't see you. Lincoln Hawk for $5 says, I would have loved to see you when Truth Martini did his promo class at the PC a few years back. Join the Discord. Yeah, guys, the link below to the Discord. If you like hanging out in chat, join the Discord and hang out with us. And Truth Martini. Yeah, dude, there's a bunch of them. You know, Scott Hall was spending time at the PC too, but yeah, I think Kevin Nash would be a good guy to get down there a bit too. All the Click guys, because they really understood the business aspect and really think about it. They were running WWE and WCW at the same time. You know what I mean?
Acknowledge me.
So here's the thing. We go to commercial, but if we're about to get a Boo Day promo, I have to tell you guys what they're saying, no?
Yeah, that nobody seems to like what they sell. Not even their family, if you do recall. We have a very interesting story to talk about.
Yeah, I'm going to have to tell you guys the promo. So we'll get into news in a bit. We're not even 2 hours deep into the stream, so. And then, yeah, we'll have Sickos and Dave. I might have a bit of Dave for you guys today, but we'll do more of that on Wednesday, you know?
Yes, your microphone's on. They hear you in the back.
So Kofi just won't stop slapping the mic. Like, is this on? Is this on? But, like, he knows it's on clearly. He's just being annoying. New day sucks. New day sucks. New day.
Now, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
So they're just getting booed.
The break, slow it down, because we actually came out here to say something nice about this place, all right?
So Xavier came out here to say something nice about Cincinnati.
Right here in Cincinnati.
He does the cheap pop. They don't want to cheer him because they want to boo him.
This chili that y'all have, this chili has got to be the greatest dog food we have ever come across.
So he's like, what did he say? Something has to be the greatest dog food we've ever. Oh, your chili. Cincy's chili's the greatest dog food we've ever come across. You guys are getting Hulk Hogan's shitty beer commercial? I need to try that, goddammit. I got to hunt it down. I got to get my wife to try and find it locally or something. Can you look for me? Well, it's called Real American Beer, but I'm sure we could find it somewhere here. Order it in. Get someone I know to send it or something. Yeah. We'll be on the hunt. I want to try it, you know? But yeah, Kofi's like, they're not getting booed as much as they usually do, actually. And he's like, you guys won't let us get a fucking word in. And he's trying to milk it. You can tell they were trying to milk the boos until they come back from commercial, which they're getting a New Day Sucks chance, so they're chilling. It was a little awkward there. Kofi thought he was going to get booed for saying, like, you guys don't let us get a word in. Phil's called Coors. Yeah, it's the same as Coors Light, brother. I'm 99.9% sure Cena turns heel at EC. Just, guys, it's his last run. No, you have to trust your boy Phil on this. And if I'm wrong, I'll gladly eat crow. But no, they have to sell every city he's in. They have to sell their local city thing. Will people tune in to see heel Cena? Yeah, what, to cheer him and shit? No, bro, no. They need to. He has to go as a babyface on his last ever run. He's got to go to there. He's doing all the Europe dates before Mania and shit. They need to tour him as a babyface in those last areas. There's no way they just turn him heel because it makes. There's no fucking way he goes out like that. We like the idea. Maybe we'll have a bit of a tweener side, more of a mean streak. But we're not getting fucking chain gang word life Cena back ever again, man. It's not going to happen. Like, he's not going to go heel. He can't. He has to sell those shirts where I called it out. I already said, guys, every town he's going to be in, he's going to have that team's colors and logo turned into a last time is now shirt. He's done that. Trust me, he's going to do that. Europe will have their own, like, overall UK or whatever last time is now, or wherever they go. But, yeah, every city he's in, man, he's going to have. In Toronto, he's going to have a Blue Jays get up or a Raptors get up. I guarantee it, man. So they need to sell those shirts. It's not like people won't buy him if he's a heel. Well, it is true, though. Yeah, if Jey Uso turned heel, Yeet shirt sales will go down, you know? So Cena's a guy that they're going to insist on treating babyface. Like, people don't want to boo him. It's the IWC marks who are like, turn him heel, because we're all fantasy mark booking. Nobody wants to boo him when they go to the buildings. No one's going to want to boo his ass. We'll boo Cody in a heartbeat. People will flip on Cody tonight, son. They flip on Cody every 2 weeks. Okay? Tonight they'll flip on Cody. No one wants to boo Cena during his last run. They just don't want to do that. You know? People love bad guys, bro. I know, but you gotta hear me out, though. You gotta hear me out, though, bro. In WWE, they don't want people to love their bad guys, you know? It ain't about that. And when they do start getting over, like Roman and shit, they just switch them, you know? Like the New Day, they got their own parents to come on and be like, he's disgusting. There's no way they don't try and sell as much shirts as they can to as many kids. Maybe like his last ever match, he like fucking does something heelish, like to set it up. Like he pulls an HBK. Like y'all remember when HBK's like, okay, Flair, if you want to fight me at Mania, if you want the best, like I have to give you the best me. I'm not going to half-ass it. And Flair's like, that's what I want. Boom. Michael super kicks him. Okay, is he a heel? Not really. But he's just saying like, I have to do it this way. Maybe that's what Cena does, pulls that. But it will never be like full on, we're booing Cena and he's saying, I'll slap the syphilis off your face. You know, like The Rock. We're not going to get that Cena back doing that shit. You know?
Among those who could be considered one of the greatest tag teams of all time. How about the Hardy Boys? Tomorrow night.
I'm not a mark or anything, bro. If you're watching PWT right now and Raw, you're a fucking mark, dude. Or anything. I'm just bored seeing the same people being pushed, not giving others their flowers. Where are you talking about? You ain't talking about WWE, bro. There's no fucking way. You literally have fucking Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa in a goddamn... You guys cry. This is what I mean. I'm not a mark. You're the ficklest of marks if you think Solo's been pushed for 1.5 years, guys. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. You guys would never have survived the fucking early days, right? And I'm not trying to shit on anyone if you were born in the year 2000 or whatever, but you would never have survived, like, the 90s when, you know, like, or the fucking 80s even before my time. Like, how the fuck did you guys survive Roman's push for the last 4 fucking years? Transformed the business and got it over again. Like, no. You know what I mean? No. They're pushing all different people right now. Chelsea Green has the title. Io Sky getting pushed more. Are you mad at that? She's only had her big push for like 2 years now. 3 years now of like a big push, you know? Charlotte, I agree with, but she's going to put Tiffy over, which is the job. She's not being pushed. She's just being positioned to put Tiffy over. Who's being pushed? You guys get what I'm saying? So we can't complain about that one either. I don't know who else. Who's not a new guy, pretty much.
Meanwhile, the partner Kofi Kingston's the Grand Slam champion. Maybe would see that at him and not Big E.
There's a lot of different people that you could direct your anger instead of having,
I survived the new Gen Jobber era, yeah. I'm just going off on people. Yeah, we're all sickos and wackos and marks here, dude. Huh? Okay. Yeah, my first memories, like I grew up Attitude Era / like early 2000s, Ruthless Aggression. Those were like my childhood fucking years, you know? And Ruthless Aggression era gets shit on more than it should. It was an extension of the Attitude. It just wasn't as good, but a lot of it was, you could argue, was better than some of the Attitude stuff, you know? It was more like story driven and shit. and getting a new gen over. The Ruthless Aggression era was like our version of WWF New Gen, you know? Next Gen, sorry, or whatever the fuck. That was like our version of that. Gotta run. What'd you say, Plinian? Gotta run. We're suddenly under tornado running in Oregon. And I'm gonna watch the forecast. Dude.
Oh, come on now, Eric.
I don't know what to say. May the force be with you, dog. Hopefully you're safe, man. Sit in your bathtub or something.
Come on
okay?
now, Eric.
Oh, I didn't mean to click that. Yeah, I know. And yeah, dude, I know I'm going off on chat a little bit, but I'm just having fun. Like, I don't care. You know, you can like what you like. You have your opinions. I like not agreeing with everyone all the time. You know, then it opens up the conversation and we can compare the shit. I just have the show and the loud voice, right? And the loud, deep, low voice where I get to fucking talk that shit. I got the microphone, son. I get to talk the shit. So, yeah, they got the win. The Boo Day over LWOK. I don't know what's going to happen next, but we will get into news. I promise you. Okay, Phil Marks, bookmarks. Ezra Gobert, if you're in the fucking chat, take a clip of me going, Phil Marks, bookmarks, and then fucking put music behind that for me, dude. Okay, who's coming out now? Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee wearing a fucking... What is that, like a suede tracksuit? What the fuck is he wearing? Oh, man. Looking drippy. See, Dragon Lee's kind of a Ultimo Dragon mixed with Rey Mysterio type guy. And then you have fucking Penta, that to me is like La Parka mixed with Dragon a bit. You see those luchas who have that like samurai Japanese influence as well. Okay, what is this move that Boo Day are doing? So they did like a double underhook into a power bomb move, and they sort of botched it. That's a terrible new finisher if that's their new finisher. They should just do the same finisher. You just really spike them with the DDT. You just make it a point to have the illegal man hit it and shit. It was a botch, yeah. A power botch.
I'm sick and tired of last week was the most embarrassing day in the history of the children's day. I'm sure because of you. You guys, are we still on the bar? No, but listen, you need to hear this. Last week, you talked a real big game. Real big. But what happened when you went to the ring? You lost to AJ Styles and you got speared by Braun Breaker. What goes that to anyone, huh? Huh? You know, thanks to me, you got a qualifying match for the
So Finn's shitting all over Dom.
You lost to Seth Rollins. Come on, Dom. I'm just trying to help everybody out.
And then Carlito's like, guys, break it up. Da da da. We're gonna see this group dissolve, I think, sooner than later.
You guys are
still fighting? I'm not even close. You guys shouldn't stop fighting. This is a huge week for me. We shouldn't miss a huge week for all of us. Not only am I a team, but we're going to have a tag title match tonight. I know things didn't go our way last week, actually.
So now Liv's pleading with them, hey, this is a big week for me, guys. Stop fighting.
Because it doesn't matter who's champion, but as long as it's one of us, right?
It doesn't matter who's champion as long as it's one of us. Finn is going to break off from these guys, man. Or he's going to kick like Liv in them out. I don't know, but something's going to happen.
Raquel and I just simply were not involved. But don't worry.
So Liv and Raquel are maintaining that they weren't involved in the Jade stuff. Great mystery going on here as well. Oh, you guys are like 3 minutes behind. Sorry. Liv's makeup's on point. Yeah. Carlito grabs an apple. Ooh, a yellow one. Okay, so they're just showing shots of the arena.
Oh, yeah. Pretty
The
incredible.
WWE Superstar top cards. Are you guys like card guys or what? Card guys and gals in the chat? It's all the rage now, ripping these top cards, eh? I might get me some.
They auctioned it. Then they donated it. That was good. You did good. You made the world better. I could have got a little something. Anyway.
Sorry, you guys thinking he's going to do the demon. Yeah, I don't think he's going back to doing that right away. He'll do it for sure before his career's said and done. But no, he's going to break off and like be an evil guy with. I could see him like kicking more people out the Judgment Day and keeping the Judgment Day team, but being like, no, now the newest version, I am the leader. No one disputes that in this group, you know? That's like the next stage I could see. Or they just disband entirely. Okay, let's get into some WWE news. These guys are pulling cards here. So Bailey really did take Ricky Starks out for drinks on his birthday.
Cheers, Ricky Saints. Who that? Who that? Ricky Saints. Cheers, Ricky Saints.
He's lit as fuck. You can just tell. WWE has filed to trademark Calyx, the name Calyx. Now, I actually found out who Calyx is. Do you guys ready? You guys want to know who Calyx is? I'll break out a drum roll. Chat, guess while the drum rolls. Calyx is the name of ref Jessica Carr, who worked under a mask at the WWE Evolve tapings, and I believe she did a job. So there you go, man. Crazy shit. Keep an eye out for that when Evolve comes on in the next week or two. Titus O'Neil via ABC Action News. Titus O'Neil says he helped 300 kids go to college in the last 10 years. Big W. For the big you know what I'm saying? Moving along. Chandran the Man says Kevin Owens is a genius. So this guy, R160 Sting, as Kathy Kelly interviews AJ Styles backstage, this guy says, bro, I had a weird ass dream that Kevin Owens of all people was lecturing me about the dangers of jaywalking. And then look what he tweets out. Jaywalking is potentially very dangerous and should be avoided as much as possible, and tags the dude. Kevin Owens does that. How fucking hilarious, man. Just shows you wrestlers are watching social media too all the time. So Becky Lynch addresses her future in wrestling. She says, I'm being so vague, and I don't mean to be okay. So AJ's being confronted by Logan Paul here. So they're setting up multiple things with Paul. Becky Lynch says, I'm being so vague and I don't mean to be in any way cagey, but I feel like I have a great mind for wrestling, a great love for it. And so it's always going to be there in my heart and in my head. It's part of my family. It's the reason I have my family. So it's so important to me. I just don't know what that looks like in the future. Guys, I'll finish with her quote and then I'll give you my thoughts on this. Okay. And this is via the Getting Over Wrestling podcast. She says, I think life continues to surprise me in wonderful ways recently. You can make all these plans, but sometimes things don't go the way you intended. But in the long run, something works out better than you expected. I feel like that's been my whole run. Do you guys know what she's saying? She's enjoying being a mom at home and working on her books and doing movie appearances and being invited to this or that. She is getting fulfillment and happiness from things outside of the wrestling ring as Gunther makes his way to the ring. You know, Becky Lynch, she's finding joy doing other things, and I'm in a round of applause her for that, because this is what I mean, man. Being a mother's powerful shit, dude, and she's like falling in love with that or whatever she's doing, authoring, writing, you know, what else, appearances and whatever the fuck, or, you know, maybe she's enjoying that better. Maybe she's enjoying just watching her baby grow up and supporting Seth right now, who's on like a crazy run. If you think about, he's just in the mix with Punk and all this Roman. We're going to have like a big money Roman Seth match down the line. maybe she's just enjoying that better. And she's sort of subtly saying that, like, yeah, I thought I was coming back to wrestling, but, I have a great mind for it. I could always come back and help behind the scenes and maybe take a smaller role. But, life is surprising me in wonderful ways. And what has she been doing? It's not been in the ring. So I'm not saying we never get a Becky match again. And I'm not even saying this is her subtly trying to work people into saying, I'm not coming back. Then she just shows up. I don't think it's that. I think she's just expressing herself honestly. And I think she's just kind of saying, like, look, man, if I never come back, I'm just like happy right now with what I'm doing, which that's amazing shit, man. And she acknowledges, right? Like, wrestling gave me my family. It's my family. WWE's my family. But notice she doesn't go WWE. You know why? Because she's still going to work Tony Khan out of some fucking money as far as levying whatever he offers her against WWE, if she didn't already do that. Like, even Randall Keith Orton did that, right? He would never actually go to AEW, but he would tease it to get more money out of WWE. Like, everyone's allowed to do that. I don't get mad when people do that shit. And that's what Becky on Ariel Helwani's show said. Ariel's like, so what? You would go to the other company? And she was like, no. Like, no, I'm in WWE. But she's like, well, I'm keeping my options open, and just being vague, because I think she doesn't know if she's ever going to come back to wrestling, A, for like an actual run, and B, she wants to levy that. She wants to see how much money she can really get out of people, and all the power to her. She's the man. Matt Hardy says Jeff Hardy wants to right the wrongs in WWE. And he says he wants to leave on a good note. No more erratic behavior. He wants to go back and show them who he is and delete the past until it's obsolete. Yes. I made up some of that stuff there, by the way. Boogeyman tweets out, one more run. TNA. All right. So Gunther's cutting a promo. Speaking of cutting promos, WWE LFG. So we have the teams here. Undertaker's got Elijah Holyfield, this Shiloh guy, this girl, I forget her goddamn name, and then this girl, I forget her goddamn name too. I'm so sorry. If I heard her name, I would fucking know it on the far right, because her match was so good, but I just forget it because they're all new, right? I'll know them in a couple weeks here. And then I just know this guy because it's Holyfield's kid. Then the Shiloh guys just really stand out-ish on the far left. Taker's team's really good. And, I don't know. I think the guy on the far left, Shiloh, has the most potential out of everyone in the whole show. Or the sexy BJ Ray guy, even though he pisses everyone off. This lady on the far right here as well has tremendous potential. She's an Olympian. She just has a bubbly personality. She can fire up. Her match was decent. The ladies really outshining the men. Booker T's team. So the Leela Lee girl, Leela Lay, sorry, I didn't mean to skip ahead. The Leela Lay girl on the left here. Everyone's like, oh, she's a star. She looks like a star. She's going to be a star. I don't know. Like, yeah, but I feel like one of those people, she comes across as one of those people that's going to taper off for me a bit. Like, she's somebody who, like when people peak too quick, that's how she seems. Like, if this is a show for people who you see the difference in the level between people. I'm not trying to shit on her, but the other girl who she wrestled, it was the other girl's first match, looked better than this girl. Like, she carries herself like a star and shit for sure. But this guy on the far left on Booker's team is Maxine Dupree's boyfriend, and he's okay, but he was like an ex-NFL guy, and like Maxine's there for his matches and shit. I don't know. It's kind of cringe, to be honest. I get cringed out. This girl here, P Nasty, on Booker's left, our right, if you're looking at the screen. She's a Tongan, like, rugby player. Just the realest chick there, like, for sure. She even says it. She's like, I could beat the shit out of everyone here. I got to know how to, like, unleash it a bit in the ring more. I kind of hold back a bit. She's awesome. She's really standoutish to me. I'm not going to be like, oh, Bloodline, but hey, who fucking knows? Also, guys, when Bronson Reed comes back, he's going to be in the Bloodline, but he's going to be out a long fucking time. But he'll be in the Bloodline too again. I guarantee it. Anyways, this big dude here on the side, this big, like, he's just like a burly, snarly, just a big, like, what's his demeanor? Like a stoic, like serial killer type guy is sort of his gimmick. Then he fires up a bit. He's really good. He's green, but he's good, man. And he tries to stay in gimmick like all the time, which I like, you know? And he doesn't like over emote really. He just like stays in character kind of. And I think he would have been better with The Undertaker, to be honest. And I think Holyfield, but he's so high profile. That's why they stuck him with Undertaker, because I think it's a little gimmicked who they stuck who with. But I think this guy, Holyfield, would do better learning from Booker T, who would teach him how to talk more street. And because let's be honest, man, Elijah Holyfield grew up with millions of dollars and then went right to the NFL. And his dad's like, you know, one of the most famous boxers of all time. So, you know, I think he would have did better with Booker, though. Just learning like how to move around the ring and how to talk and convey that. I don't know. And then I think this big dude here trying to be all stoic and demonic would have been better. Not demonic, but kind of Undertaker. He would have been better with Undertaker. So that's a fuck up. But they did do a draft lottery. I just don't believe in it, man. I don't, because what are the odds some of these people like got stuck with who, not stuck, but some of these people went with just the obvious person, man. Undertaker and Holyfield was so obvious to me. What else? As we move along, Braden Ray, BJ Ray with Bubba. Obviously, they were going to get stuck together because they had heat at the start of the fucking show. And Braden Ray on the Next Gen show, which is on Roku, he fucking is an asshole on that as well. And that's where you see the beginning. Like when he first gets recruited, he gets into a shoot fight in the PC with one of the guys in that spooky group from NXT. If you guys haven't watched Next Gen, BJ Ray and Zena Sterling were both on that show. Okay. I think now Tatiana Dumas, first off, you got to change that last name because fucking Lita, Amy Dumas is a legend. Unless Amy Dumas didn't go by Amy Dumas. So his team is just sort of the ragtag makeshift group. And I think that works for Bubba. He comes from the ECW days, you know? But BJ Ray has, all the potential in the world. I haven't seen him work yet, right? Like too much. Like even in the Next Gen show, you don't see them work too much. And they just sort of like jump from being completely noobs to like knowing what to do. In this show, they're explaining like everything. In LFG, they're just pulling the curtain way back. In Next Gen, they're sort of trying to present it like it's a shoot. And in LFG, they present it like it's a shoot, but in like a better way, you know, if that makes any sense. Like they just present like, look, here's the business. It's a shoot. Like we're working the moves, but here's what matters, you know? Whereas Next Gen was kind of still protecting it like, you know, they're going into combat and they're training how to fight this style kind of thing. But anyways, or more, not even combat, but more like football, you know, like going into pro football. Anyways, BJ Ray, all the potential in the world. I like how he's like riding for Team Bubba though. Like he's wearing the glasses and he's like putting himself out there. I want to go first, you know, and put our team on the map. I like that. Even though he's beefing with Bubba a bit, he sort of thrives off that, unless his whole character is just a work, which I don't know. Zena Sterling has a great look. Her whole bubbly personality she does in the ring, I think, is no good. I think she's got to change that up. Drake Moreau needs to be in a tag team with this Shiloh guy over here, and they need to be like the new like Swamp Brothers. Now, don't go Wyatt Six or the Wyatt family where you're trying to do like this prolific spooky shit. Just be like crazy. Be the Briscoes, the WWE's version of the Briscoes. And then Tatiana Dumas worked her first match on the show. Looked awesome. Has a great demeanor. Carries herself well. She's a star. She's a future WWE like NXT champion. You'll see. More so than any of these other girls right now. And then Mickie James' team, again, so this guy here, Mickie James was the only person to be like, I really like this guy and shit at the promo class. Like everyone, like Bubba Ray said he beat the shit out of this guy. Booker T was like, I'd dog walk your ass, you know? Like in real life, dude. You do not convince me at all. And Mickie really liked like these people, and so they're all with her. Do you know what I mean? Like she was more so stuck her neck out for all these people than they wound up on her team. That just feels like a work to me. And also a way it felt like a work was the first two people got to pick their coaches. So Maxine Dupree's boyfriend picked Booker T in episode 1, and then this lady here on the far right picked Undertaker, right, in episode 1. And then everyone else got picked out of draft lottery. The first two people to get picked out of the draft lottery just so happened to go to Team Bubba and Team Mickie James, who had no one on their team. And then from there, the lottery was on an even playing field. It just felt worked. It's pro wrestling. A lot of these people, you have to remember, BJ Ray's been in the NXT system for like 9 months when they started filming the show. Over a year at this point now, okay? He's been around Booker before. He's been around. He's met these people before. He's been around these guys. He hasn't been around Bubba as much because he's like sort of new. Then they're butting heads and they stick them together, right? Like these Zena Sterling knows Shawn Michaels, has been training with him for a year now, you know. So some of these people like Tatiana Dumas is very new there. Like this girl here was like 1 week in the PC. On Mickie James' team, right? And she she had one of the best promos of all the women when they did the promo segment. But it is a little bit worked and gimmicked because some of these people are already like seasoned in as far as the PC is concerned. You know what I mean? And some of them were on Next Gen, and some of the Next Gen people are on NXT TV now. So just think about that, you know? So yeah, I love this show so much. That's my breakdown so far of it, of the last like couple weeks. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And yeah, man, that's my breakdown of the teams. And don't be mad at the show if it's a little gimmicked. Don't be mad at that. Like it's wrestling. They got to carny it up. So Jey Uso ran out. They're getting all the babyface energies on him because he's out there saving fan favorite Otis and Akira Tozawa from getting humiliated and choked out by Gunther. I watched that whole shit go down. Amazing. Okay. Jacob Fatu, again, we're breaking the fourth wall with this dude, man. He fucking is one of the nicest guys ever. Last show we played him helping Lex Luger, his wheelchair, and being like, hey, man, I'm the Samoan's nephew and shit. You know, I'm the Fatu's nephew and them, you know? So just letting you know, brother, like, take care. And Luger's like, oh, okay. Like, just, you know, showing his respects. And here he is. He took a FaceTime call with a fan, dude, and surprised him. And he's just a really good dude outside the ring. And it's really good to see, especially knowing, like, the world he came from, bro. The upbringing he came from. I can relate to that fully, you know?
Oh, good.
So I don't know, just making this fans. He's putting the one up. Yeah, dude. Jacob's going to be running his own bloodline too, so that's awesome. Zilla Fatu, speaking of Fatu, says that Rey Mysterio told him, we're waiting for you, when they reunited at the Animeverse convention in Houston, Texas. He was just saying, keep going. We're going to see you soon. He was like, keep working, keep grinding. We're waiting for you. I told Ray if Dom got out of place one more time, he knows who to call. Yeah, they got to bring Zilla in. I think they are. People say he's problematic. I say give him a fucking chance. They said the same about Punk. They said the same about Jacob. Give him a chance, man. So WWE referee Jessica Carr wrestles at Evolve tapings. So she wrestled under a mask and was like a jobber. And her name is Kalix or whatever. Here's one of the legends, DDP, on the stalker angle and the lesson he learned. And this is on 6 Feet Under. Shout out Undertaker and DDP, man. DDPY.
If I was keeping my same mindset into WWE that I was already using, if he would have said, we want you to stalk Undertaker's wife, I'd have looked at him, I'd have looked at her, and I looked at him, I say, are you looking at my wife? She's the most beautiful chick ever.
If you guys don't know, DDP's wife, Kimberly Page, is that cougar and 40-year-old virgin whose titty falls out while she's talking to Steve Carell. You guys know that movie? That's his wife. So, yes, a smoke show.
And you want me to stalk, of all people, Undertaker's wife? That's what I would have said.
Right.
And I would have went, listen, when you want to do People's Champion versus People's Champion, give me a call. What I learned, I didn't say that. I did pitch the idea of doing it. And the pitch, which I'll give you in a second, it's really good. Friggin', I didn't say that.
Imagine that, though. WCW's People's Champion versus WWF's People's Champion. The Rock versus DDP. No physical title, unless The Rock broke that belt out years earlier. But no physical belt, just the People's Championship. That's the match. That's the biggest fumble ever in WWE's book. DDP.
That.
Right now, guys, they just were backstage with Jackie, who pitched it over to a women's elimination chamber promo vignette, just recapping everything that's happened up to the chamber. You guys aren't missing shit.
And what I had to go through in my head over time, because I would kill to work with you a year earlier when I didn't come in with that friggin' heat.
Right.
And I was being booked differently. And that's what people don't understand. It's like, you didn't do it. You were booked that way. To beat the WCW down, it was a fluke. Those 83 weeks were a fluke. It was what it was. But I learned and the only reason I'm building this beautiful place on the beach at Panama City Beach,
What they should have did was had Chris Kanyon come in, be the stalker of Undertaker's wife, and then Undertaker destroys him in a casket match or some shit like that. Just some some shit like that, and then he comes back as Mortis and fucking beefs with Kane. That was his name, right? Mortis. Am I saying the wrong thing? Sorry, I forget Canyon's. I'm thinking of something else. Chris Kanyon, and then he was also, what was the name? Mortis, right? Chat will tell me. Unless chat's not going to tell me, but what the fuck was that guy's name? Yeah, Mortis. Yeah, I was right, you motherfuckers. So, yeah, Chris Kanyon. Yes, thank you. So, Mortis, though, he should have came back and feuded with Kane or whatever as Mortis. That would have been cool as fuck.
No mortgages on anything. The only reason I can do that, I learned a very valuable lesson from Vince McMahon that day. You can't be afraid to get up and walk away from the table. If I was
great advice, too. You can't be afraid to get up and walk away from that table. Wrestlers who sign with AEW and ruin their careers. No, I'm just joking. Sami Zayn says his voice feels heard when talking about WWE creative. Let's hear what he's got to say. Speaking of his voice being heard.
Do the powers that be hear a no from Sami Zayn very often?
I don't think they hear no, but they hear ideas. That's for sure. They hear a lot of them. And I think I've been pretty fortunate over the years to have a pretty decent success rate to where it's given me a certain amount of equity with them that my ideas will be heard. And again, I'll also give a little bit of credit to the sort of change in creative and the creative shift over the years, last couple of years under Triple H, but even a little bit prior to that, just with my relationship and the creative team, to where just my voice feels heard. And, they're not going to do everything I suggest, but, they don't look at it like, God, these wrestlers giving us these ideas. And some wrestlers might give bad ideas. I hope I'm not throwing anything bad out there. So I'll throw a lot out there, and I really appreciate having a voice that's heard and being met, or if an idea doesn't work, they kind of explain.
Yeah, well, he feels heard, and yeah, there you go. Shout out Flames Nation. So this guy here, Jason G from the SAT, had this to say. He says, the more I watch that Rock promo from Friday SmackDown, the more it bothers me. Several things. One, The Rock wants Cody to be his champion, which he already said Cody was post-Mania 40 and acknowledged all the great things Cody has done as champion. Two, The Rock wants Cody to be his corporate champion. But isn't that what Cody is? He is literally the definition of a corporate champion. He dresses the part. He goes to every WWE media event, Make-A-Wish, etc. This makes no sense. 3, The Rock can make all of Cody's dreams come true. But didn't Cody fulfill his dreams by winning the Undisputed Heavyweight Championship title at WrestleMania? I really hope The Rock cleans this up. So I just really disagreed with that whole take. I sort of dissected it, and I wrote, I don't think The Rock actually spoke the words corporate champion. That's the IWC saying that. He acknowledged Cody, but he didn't say, now you do my bidding and I'll have your back. He simply put his accomplishment over. It wasn't just about Cody's dreams. It was about being elevated to the elite status of the world. Cody Rhodes wanted to be an actor. The Rock's the biggest actor on earth. Someone who has 100 million is in a different league than 10 million, which is a different league than 1 million. Rock promised him generational wealth and everything that comes with being at the elitist level in exchange for his soul. Cody's done everything his way in his career and has had to scratch and claw for every inch of success and respect in the business. The Rock is now saying, do it my way, jump when I say, and I'll make this easy for you and every road's after you, but I own you. Makes perfect sense and would be tempting offer for any man. It's just the devil, bro. He's trying to buy his soul now. That's all it is, bro. He couldn't beat him, and he couldn't beat him for the title, so now he wants his fucking soul. He wants to make him sell out and beat him that way. This is just classic, the devil tempting. Like, I like the story. I'm all down with it. It makes perfect sense to me. So hopefully you guys agree with that. And let's take a break and focus in on this match. I want Dakota Kai to win. Chat, let me know what you think about my assessment there. Am I off? Am I right? What do you guys think? Cody at the crossroads. Yeah, dude. He's going to sell his soul or not, you know? Is he going to stop doing it his way? Or is he going to fucking, okay, commercial, so. I guess I'll call the action. I could have did more bookmarks. Let's do some more. Fuck it. I'll just keep crushing through some of these because we don't have a lot. I just want to get WWE news. So report, WWE staff upset with minimal raises, reduced benefits despite record profits. So the Observer says that. Fightful says that. All the dirt sheets all at once. They have this fucking initiative out of nowhere with this story. No, there's no names being named. Hey, the locker room's mad. All the staff's being undercut. They got raises, but they were just little ones, and they're really upset about this. Who? No one. That's not true, man. There's like this push right now during Elimination WrestleMania season because this chamber has The Rock, Cena, Punk, and then Mania is going to have all the same people, and Stone Cold's probably coming back and shit. You know what I mean? Like at least for a one-off. Might come out if there's a tribal combat or so, who knows, right? Might just come out and kick the whole show off or whatever. But, you know, there's going to be big shit popping at Mania. And Hulk Hogan's coming back, brother. But all I'm saying is that, yeah, this is made up, man. There's no names to these reports. There's no names to the women in the back who are apparently all frustrated, even though they're being featured so prominently on television and on PLEs as well. They have a whole chamber match coming up and more opportunities and more titles for that have to be on the Mania card. Like if there's no U.S. title match for the women on the Mania card, people are going to be pissed. Maybe one of the belts can like be on the go home show or something. But yeah, it's just definitely a bunch of people making shit up, and you're going to see all the usual suspects. And it's weird. It's like, man, if you guys aren't getting paid to shill, then it's an L. Like I would rather find out they're actually getting paid for this shit because it's just getting gross at this point, you know. And none of them. Where's the mass outpour of stories about Thunder Rosa and Megan Bayne and this Nemeth shit? It's just all like, and yes, there are stories about the Nemeth shit because you can't avoid it, but it's all like, look at how bad Punk is, and then it's same with the Megan Bayne thing. It's like, oh, there was a funny situation on Dynamite. It's like, no, man, people were going into business for themselves again. Like, what's going on? Why doesn't Thunder Rosa get along with anybody? What the fuck, you know? So to me, I feel like this is like a concerted effort. I truly feel that way, man. And I don't want to be the black helicopters. Oh, it's a conspiracy. There's shit in our water. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to do all that, but for real, dude, I'm putting my Tony Khan conspiracy cap on and fucking laughing at this, you know? So let's read this one from WrestleOps. At the same time as the company is posting record financial results in the TKO era, multiple WWE employees have described a decline in morale. Who? Name them, because nobody said that. Everybody's saying the morale's better. When you ask the dirt sheets, they're all saying, oh, there's a decline in morale. When you ask all the fucking wrestlers, they go, it's never been better. We're so happy under the Triple H era. This is the greatest fucking whatever. There's more opportunities. We feel heard. There's women on the roster giving fucking interviews saying we feel heard. This is so much better than it used to be. Da-da-da-da. Like, just madness, man. So these people are all lying. I'm calling it out for the lies, and they keep taking L's, and that's why. Liar! And Tony's sweating like,
Tell us what you know, you goddamn liar!
And I know, you know, like, if there's initiative of, oh, tell good stories or tell shitty stories about them. Let's say that is the case. Just let's theorize if it is. You know he's doing it right now, dude. He's fucking desperate right now, especially with Mania season coming up. And I won't lie, whenever there's an AEW pay-per-view, a bunch of bullshit stories start coming out too, it seems like. But a lot of times, though, when we even think it's bullshit, people end up confirming it, like the wrestlers themselves, by shit they say in interviews or by proxy of whatever. For instance, it's like when Awful Wrestling's like, dude, I got a report Fletcher's buddy had to get them a ring from an indie PWA or whatever. And then QT Marshall, just by like arguing and talking shit, confirms whatever, whoever's stooging to Awful. Now Awful goes, this guy might be right about other shit that I might have brushed off or might have brushed off in the future because he was right about this. And QT talking shit confirms it, you know? They keep doing that. The Ryan Nemeth suit. Like, it's like fucking Punk beat the shit out of mollywopped two fucking EVPs there, you know? Just sort of confirms the sentiment, at least. I don't know. Here's Pat McAfee before Raw went on the air. CM Punk locked him in a porta potty, as Jimmy the King would say, Daddy just made you his shithouse bitch. Lyra and Dakota are having a pretty goddamn solid match here thus far. McAfee's locked in the fucking porta potty.
What happened? Something happened. I was in there going to the restroom and I felt this shit. I didn't miss a.
Damn, just getting ribbed, bud. So, former WWE star Nixon Newell, Tegan Knox, says Becky Lynch fought tooth and nail behind the scenes to work with her on Raw. She said, I think it was a case of Becky wanted to work with me, so I did. I was hoping it would go somewhere. I was hoping people would go, oh, she can actually wrestle. Like, let's give her something. But there's so many people in that company that it's hard to get on your feet and running unless something insane happens. I just don't think it was my time. Again, not bitter, just saying the time didn't line up. Lyra defends against Dakota Kai. I don't know, man. I'm just not super into Lyra. I got to be honest. I'd prefer Kai being the champion. But speaking of Becky, you know, Lyra is Becky's girl. So you know that she's getting a bit of a push, and she's gotten the rub already from that. Kai hugging it out with her. And unfortunately, hopefully Kai lives to fight another day. The Rock's production company is now fully under the Disney umbrella. So we're getting Mickey Mouse soon. Oh, Ivy Nile attacking Kai and then going after the IC champ. Crazy shit, pal. So Sami Zayn talks about his experience working on WWE Raw now that it's on Netflix. So again, does this sound like, oh, everything's shitty? And then people talk too, like, well, the women are frustrated. Like, it's even separate that much. The men and women aren't all riding the same ship right now. Like, come on, dude.
The Netflix premiere obviously felt like a really big deal, and that's us like welcome. You know, that's us putting on our best our best face and say, hey, this is a new audience. This is who we are. This is what we do. And that was really cool. But then, it's still business as usual every other week for the next 10 years. So I don't feel a huge difference. There's maybe a little tiny bit. And I mean, it's not as much as you would think, because obviously there's more, rules and regulations and constricts with broadcast television, or even cable television, but, with regards to the length of time of segments and commercial breaks and all that sort of thing. And you'd think with Netflix that there's a lot more flexibility with that. There's not a ton of it. So it doesn't feel terribly different. I mean, maybe there's a tiny bit more.
So yeah, nothing's really changed. It's crazy seeing on the premiere ad too. They got the Coffee Brothers and fucking Wendy Chu down there. So Meltzer said what? Response to Sports Illustrated by saying, so yeah, this report though that claims changes made after the TKO takeover have resulted in the decline of morale, and SI Wrestling the decline. Meltzer said what? Points out fake news garbage by Bixen Training. So this whole thing, the morale backstage, it's from Brandon Thirsty Thurston. Brandon, I delete tweets because awful fucking Thurston. Because my fucking math just made WWE look really good, Thurston. And David Bixenspan. Don't leave my fucking bedroom, David Bixenspan. So that's why it's fucking lies. And that's why we don't buy into that shit. And as I pointed out earlier in the show, Sports Illustrated very much a pro AEW for whatever reason, which again, that doesn't matter if you're pro AEW. Just matters when you're fucking shilling like Bixenspan and some of these idiots.
Liar! Liar! Tell us what you know, you goddamn liar!
So, Yushin FX for $10 says Rock caressing Cody's face softly, killing me softly. While Cody looks at him pouting. Tell Mama Rhodes I'm gonna suck the soul out of her boy. Lights fade to black. Pure cinema. Yeah, I don't know, man. I liked it all. They're just doing acting shit, and Cody wants to do this because he wanted to be an actor, bro. He wants to do this and be elevated. It's a good storyline because of what I pointed out. All these marks are like, you followed it. Dude, yes, Cody Rhodes forged his own path, had to grind and scratch and claw to get what he has. And he's not the corporate champion already. No, he hasn't been. He's been anti the corporate pretty much the whole time. He was smashing Triple H's throne, came back, beat the guy who was carrying the company on his back. And then fucking, after like going and starting AEW and shit. And then he's been against The Rock and all of that, who was with the corporate, who was on the Bloodline side and shit. The Bloodline was more corporate than anything else, bro. They're getting Jordan deals and shit. So Cody puts on the suit, yes, but he's just trying. He's trying to be that guy. Rock's saying, well, I guarantee you'll be at my level. You don't think that's tempting? You know what I mean? So I like it. And I'm going to keep putting it over. So.
But I think it's safe to say KO shocked the entire WWE universe when he crossed a very serious line on Friday. And
so Jackie chatting it up with
something else happened this week.
Sami
To
Zayn.
put you on the spot, but would you be willing to share with us what happened?
Yeah, I actually went over to Kevin's house myself, and one was home, but his mother was in town visiting, and she saw me and she came out. She said, "Hey," and we got to talking and we caught up a little bit.
So Sammy just cutting an emotional fucking promo here about how he went to KO's house.
I was totally ashamed of myself. And I couldn't look myself in the mirror because I just didn't recognize this person who would go to his house. I didn't even know what my intentions were, but I'm telling you, they weren't good intentions.
So Sammy's like, dude, I'm losing sight of who I am because I went to his house and I didn't know what I was going to do.
Family, that kind of stuff's never been. I don't recognize myself. I don't recognize him. And, one of the questions I'm getting asked a lot, and you asked me this before, like, how is it different this time? You guys have gone down the road so many times together. How is it different? This is how it's different. Because I don't know what I'm capable of right now. And I don't know what he's capable of right now. Because I don't think either of us have put ourselves quite in a headspace that either of us recognize right now. So I understand a lot of people are looking forward to this match. It's unsanctioned, and I understand why WWE didn't sanction this match. Maybe they view me and my neck as a liability, and I understand that because truthfully, my neck is not, it's not where I want it yet. But I think they should be real concerned about what I do to Kevin. Because Kevin, I'm telling you right now.
Jordan Grace took a pay cut to go to WWE. Yeah. Yeah, she'll make a lot of money, dude. She's going to make more in the long term of her life. And she took a pay cut in upfront money. You guys have to understand this shit. The dirt sheets twist fucking words. She took a pay cut in like upfront guaranteed money. Meanwhile, though, when she does the house shows and they do record gates, you get more money. Okay? So she's going to work her way up. I think she's on a main roster salary as well. And yeah, she's going to sell shitloads of merch, and she's going to be in video games and the rest of her life now. Jordan Grace, are you kidding me? Will she not be women's champion? Yeah, she's going to have a Hall of Fame run. We already know the rest of her life now. She's going to be secure and fucking known globally. So there's no pay cut. It's just the way the sheets word shit. Fucking with everybody all the time, You guys are going at Junior. It should be real. I want Mercedes Monet type money. Yeah, and listen, we talk about it. Fast money come with slow problems. Like, sure, yeah. Who doesn't want $10 million or whatever? But for Jordan Grace, it's not about that. She's already comfortable. She's got enough in her savings. And she's like, okay, I will make a legacy in pro wrestling is my dream. Monet talks all that shit about for wrestling. I want to be the greater for wrestling. No, like that's what Jordan's doing right now. You know what I mean? So you do that in the federation, bro. It's just that simple. So yeah, I would want that money too, but it's not like Jordan won't make that. And here's the other thing you guys don't get too. Or not you guys, but maybe Junior. There's more money in the long run. So listen to me. It's not like Monet's going to make more money than Becky Lynch ever will make in her career. Becky by far will make more because of what the fuck for being really super over and shit. The long run in WWE, you make way more money. That's why Cody went back there too. In the long run, you make way more money. And you get put on a Legends deal and all that kind of shit. Up front for Tony Khan, you make a bunch of money. Okay. But you might damage your stock, and then you're fucking 27, and you're like, shit, you're MJF, and you're like, I'm not even 30 yet. And people already don't even want to see me in the WWE anymore. Like, I fucked it up in 3 years at this place because I took the millions instead up front and the time off up front instead of going and learning the fucking business and shit. That is the thing you have to weigh out, right? So if you're Monet or like a Lashley, you're 50. Yeah, go get Khan's money. I don't give a fuck about that whatsoever. You're Cedric Alexander. Yeah, you're not going to main event Mania. You've done all you could pretty much do in WWE. Go take Khan's money and fucking win titles and shit. But when you're like a Jordan Grace, go to AEW and what? Be booked like Camille? Just get shelved? Oh, but the money. Okay. You're an entertainer. Like you have an itch. It's like a void in your soul. Dave Chappelle explains it. I get that feeling as someone who's worked in the and around the entertainment business, even doing the show. It's a performance, guys. It's like you have that itch, man, to like, it's like getting the live feedback and just fucking entertaining. It's like a void in your soul. Why the fuck does George Clooney still get up every day and try and make movies and shit? He has all the millions of dollars. He could just call any woman and bang her. What else does he need? It's just like that void that's in there, that creative fucking hole that you sound crazy when you try to express it to people who don't have it. You know what I mean? And like some of you are probably like, what the fuck are you talking about, Phil? So, yeah, that's what it is. Like Jordan wants to go to WrestleMania, bro. Monet's like, whatever, I already main evented WrestleMania. Yeah, go get the bag, go get your money. But for a Jordan, no. Why the fuck would you go, I want Monet money? No. To get shelved? Fuck no. You don't want to do that, bro. You know, trust me. Or you don't want to risk like ruining your shit. If it was me, if I was really young, like early 20s, I'd take Tony's money just so I could secure myself. And I wouldn't care how he booked me, but I just would try not to get any on me. I'd be down to just work indies on the side, do jobs on ROH, whatever. I'd ask to wear a mask or some shit. Then I would leave there and go to NXT. Wouldn't worry about the pay hit. Try my shot, work my way up. But I would too, like the guns being in AEW, I think there's something to be learned from that you can't learn in the WWE system. Like it's better they go to the WWE system one day knowing what they know now than it is them going there without knowing it. Same with MJF. However, I would take the big money too when I was really early in my career, but I wouldn't take a long ass deal. It'd be like 3 years. But Tony doesn't even do that. He does like per appearances and shit. So again, the per appearances is like a lot of money, way more than you'd make per appearance anywhere else. But you all of a sudden just don't get phoned back one day. You don't get phone calls. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, you're not getting booked or whatever the fuck. Ryan Nemeth is like, they sabotaged my career. He's on per appearance, and they're not booking him at Tony's discretion. Right? So that's why a lot of these guys get pissed off too. You have to, the way it works in AEW is you take per appearance and you're trying to earn that 6-figure a year salary. Like you're on an actual contract. That's how it works there, guys. So in WWE, yeah, if I was in my 50s and shit, or I was already did everything there is to do in WWE, yeah, I would go take Tony's money for sure. But if I was like in my prime, you don't want to be there when you're like MJF right now. And he's like, fuck, I still got 3 years left or whatever. You know, you don't want that, bro. That's not good. You know, it's going to be so hard to undo what's been done already. Jay Gonzalez for 10 says in the original article about Grace Paycut, it was in reference to her shutting down her OnlyFans. There you go, dude. So WWE, like, that's what I mean. WWE's like, hey, you can't be on OF. She can have a Twitch. She can have any other whatever, but OF is where it crosses the line of like, okay, some people consider that pornography, right? Calligraphy. No. Oblivion. Where is it? God damn it. Here we go.
Smashed your knee to obliterate.
So yeah, exactly, man. They said it was $1 million business. She shut down to join WWE. That was the pay cut. Okay. Is it $1 million business? So you mean to tell me, let's do the math on that. So her OnlyFans was what? Making $100K a month a year? Like, is that what people are trying? I just don't understand. Like, what do you mean? Millions in 10 years? Well, she'll make that in WWE. You know, so where do they mean like $1 million business? How is it? Did she bring in $1 million already over time? Okay, cool. She's going to bring in $1 million over time with WWE and doing cricket ads and Slim Jim ads and what fucking Super Bowl commercials or whatever they got to do. So yeah, they're like, okay. You know what I mean? All right, I'm sure Jordan Grace isn't a dumb fuck and weighed her fucking options out. Talk to some lawyers and shit, right? I'm sure she figured this all out. Thank you for informing me on that. Round of applause for that tremendous super chat informing us all on that too, because it's like, come on now. Yeah, we got Braun Breaker out here. Literally nothing was happening during the ads or anything. Like there was nothing of significance or whatever. We got Dom. They were showing Dom's 2K entrance and shit. So yeah, Braun versus Dom. This will be great shit, pal. I can't wait till we get like a Breaker, the Breaker brothers, you know? And he's in a tag team with like his cousin who's coming up, Scott's son. I can't wait for the chamber this Saturday, chat. And hell yeah, man. You guys are goated for hanging out here every Monday, you know? I like the Monday shows too. It's more of like a chill, like the chat doesn't go as crazy. about shit, you know. It's more like personable and there's a little less viewers, and I like that too, you know. And then the big shows on like Wednesday, Saturday. It's like huge turnouts on Saturday night too. It's just, you guys are the goated. Round of applause for the PWT universe. Whether you're a member or not too, whether you hit like or dislike, I fucking love you guys. Whether you hate listening. Everything, dude. I can't stop laughing at the fact Tony Khan fears for his life daily. Yeah, someone quote tweeted something I tweeted about Tony Khan and was like, "Yeah, I hate Tony Khan. I really want AEW to go out of business." And it's just like I don't like hate Tony Khan. That's so strong. Like, why would I hate him? It's not that. He's just like a lol cow, you know. I get pure joy. People are like, "Oh, why do you hate and critique things?" Because it's funny. It's what fucking 99% of YouTube is people talking about and critiquing shit. Like, I'm sorry this triggers you so much. I critique WWE too, man. Hell yeah, Braun just throwing Dom in the air like waste. Like a bag of trash. I only caught the vids for a long while. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, is just like get the people who watch the clips like like as a regular live viewer as well and shit. That'd be awesome. But if you enjoy the clips, great. You know, I appreciate that. If you guys wait to watch the replay, that's amazing too. I really appreciate it all. And the pods, I know they've been few and far fucking between, but the reason was there was lots of controversy. I promise I got lots coming, really cool guests too. But it's just, yeah, there was so much controversy with one of the pods I did that I never released, you know, with my guy. I keep bringing it up too, and I haven't dropped it because it's just like we're talking about maybe doing like I think we're just gonna like re-record like an updated, bring everyone up to speed on everything, because it's just so much drama in the IWC. It's hard being me, PWT. Sorry, I was trying to do so much drama in the LBC. It's hard being Snoop DOWG. But yeah, so me and my friend Grapple Vision there are gonna, I think, just record a new one and get it up, and then I'll be back on track, regularly scheduled fucking PWT pods as well, because I want to get that to episode 100 as fast as I can too. So it's on like episode 90 is the next one, and it's just way better to fucking, we were wrapped up in controversy there, so now they're just beating down Breaker. This is the way to end this match. You don't pin Dom. You keep him that little rat weasel still getting away. Breaker was about to beat him. You turn Breaker babyface this way, like full on. He's not a tweener. He's not full on heel. The dogs are barking for him. You know, this is the way to do this. I love this piece of business right here. And people, Judgment Day always, yeah, they're the rat bastard heels of the show. They run in and fuck up matches and do shit that they want to do. It's been on Raw, been that way on Raw for 3 years now or whatever. Now Breaker whoops all their asses. Spear. He's just like dolphin dove into that one. And then Finn backing down. Finn feuding for the IC. Finn versus Braun at Mania, a big profile match. Like, Finn's a big name, you know, in the world of wrestling as well. And he's on his way. Let's be honest. He probably signed his last contract he'll ever sign too, as an in-ring talent. So he's going to put Breaker over at Mania, let's say, for the IC. Fuck yeah, dude. Let's do it. That's a great match. That's better than hot-shotting fucking Jacob and Braun right now, when that's like your main event if you wait 1 year or 2 years, you know?
The most electrifying man in entertainment. The Rock, here is our cricket highlight of the night.
Yeah, I don't think they'll bring the demon back until it's like a babyface move. Do you know what I mean? That'll be like when some heel's beating his ass and he has to bring it back one time. Or maybe he brings it back, to fight Breaker, and then Breaker has to go like full beast mode to beat him. Yeah, that could be a good way as well. So they're recapping the Rock stuff. Guys, we are going to, I'll save sickos and miscellaneous news, and maybe I'll even save Meltzer for Wednesday. I'm not sure, but we'll see. I might hit you guys with some Meltzer. There's always good stuff, but there's not like a whole lot in there, but there's always good Meltzer shit.
Who I respect, who I admire. Come on down, Cody Rhodes. But he was good, Justin. I love him, man. But I wanted to call you out here for something, Cody, because it's important. And that is this. You are a great champion. And you know that. But my friend, I want you to be my champion.
Yeah, so I like this shit. Like, I want you to be my champion. Hey, you want to be in the new Fast and Furious? Hey, I got to deal with Netflix. You want to, you know what I mean? I got all that, bro. You got to, you know what I mean? I'll make sure your kids are taken care of.
Every dream you've ever had, I can make come true. I just need you to be my champion.
You know, I like it.
I will meet you in Toronto, Canada. At Elimination Chamber.
He's just trying to corrupt him and turn him into a power-hungry elitist like him, like the way people perceive the final boss. And people saying, oh, he flips babyface and heel. No, The Rock is a fucking snake. He smiles in your face. He'll stab you in the back. He'll beat your ass, and then he'll fucking fuck off on the bloodline and go, nah, actually, I respect you. But, you know, he keeps his enemies closer than his friends. Like, it's just The Rock being a slime ball. That's all he's proven. Like, yeah, I'll smile in your face and tell you, yeah, look at this gate and look at what we're doing, and then I'll piss all over you, right? And the same thing. Like, it makes him more sadistic and evil, in my opinion. Makes him like bipolar and schizo kind of and shit. It's way better, man. I was not too far off with my movie idea. You know I'm right, Phil. Yeah. Rock is a sociopath. Exactly. He's just, you know, makes so much sense. I love it. I'm not mad at this at all. And that's not cope either. I'm perfectly explaining the story, right? The Rock is in the business of finding compelling stories and bringing them to the screen, bro. He's done it a lot. Oh, his movies suck. Have they? Now, what is he doing? His movies suck. No one wants to see him in superhero shit. Okay, now he's going to play Mark Kerr in a biopic, and he's fucking in a Tarantino, in a Scorsese movie now as like the lead villain. He's going to go try and win his Oscar and shit like that now. You know what I mean? And he's going to do movies that everyone's like, shit, he's really showing his range and stuff. Because early on, he showed range. You guys ever see Gridiron Gang or Walking Tall? Those were good-ass movies. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, exactly. Rock is a slippery politician, grade A bullshitter. Exactly. That's all he's doing. He's just in the ring politicking. And he couldn't beat Cody by going with the bloodline. So he just handed the Ulafala off, said, you know what, fuck you guys. And you know what, Cody, I can't beat you. You join me then, but sell your soul to me. Now I'm going to beat you down this way. I'm going to take what you are as a man, what defines you as a man. Fuck, man. That's good stuff, pal. We got Jackie Redmond now interviewing someone else. The Boo Day are on the mic. They got red cups, red solos, and they just shooed Jackie Redmond away, and they're just getting more heat. And they're like, oh, y'all thought we were done tonight? Since he's not really booing them like other cities have, it's weird. Be Cool was The Rock's best movie. Dude, he's so good in that fucking movie. I don't know if my wife's seen that. I'm going to rewatch that. That's actually a sequel movie as well. Right? There's a part 1 to that shit. So, yeah, Vince Vaughn's in that. John Travolta, I believe Uma Thurman. Fucking great movie, man. Great record. Because he played himself a gay mobster? Or you mean Jumanji, sorry. Get Shorty is part one. Yeah, then Be Cool. Get Shorty's good too, man. Fuck, I'm rewatching those. Oh. We saw Punk's Favor, exactly, man. Great flicks, yeah. Really good movies. And Travolta, just money. So here, we're back from commercial. New Day just talked shit. They didn't even get booed that much, to be honest. That's why I started talking. The Creed brothers with Ivy after she just jumped the IC champ, and it's good to see Julius Creed here doing double duty on The Ultimate Fighter with Daniel Cormier that's filming right now and making his Monday Night Raw obligations. So good shit, pal.
And that's to win championship gold. So the Creed brothers are going after the world tag title next week, and I will be.
Nobody's putting Mel over. Yeah, I like Mel Gibson. I tried to put his last movie on. I wasn't too much into it. So I got to watch Nosferatu. I got to watch The Batman because I haven't seen The Penguin, but I just wanted to rewatch The Batman first, and I just never, because like I've already seen it like 4 times, but it's just like I want to watch it one more time and then watch The Penguin fresh, and I just haven't got around to it. And I got to watch Nosferatu. Phil Mark's out, coming soon, new channel where I talk about this stuff too. And I'll show it to you guys on screen and make you all subscribe to it. So Cody Rhodes is out here, coming out here. Cody live. Nosferatu is trash. Yeah, I'll make that judgment myself. Everyone gets triggered. Everyone's like, the Thunderbolts looks like garbage. It's like, no, it doesn't. You're talking mad shit. It looks funny, action-packed. It looks very grounded for MCU shit. Like, no, it does not look bad. Now, it might be bad. You know, I'll tell you what looked bad. Captain America looked bad from the trailers, you know? Thunderbolts doesn't look bad in comparison. It reminds me of like Captain America 2, kind of, which is like the vibes that's been missing. That's what, yeah, I don't know. That's what Captain America 4 should have been, was more like espionage, Captain America 2 type shit. Whoa. Apocalypto. Yeah, it's such a good movie, dude. Nick Chivers, Cody Racialism Eradicator Rhodes. Dude, oh, come on now, Nick Chivers. That was like 12 years ago.
Oh, come on now, Eric.
That was like an eternity. It's not very fair to chalk him up to that when that was a long time ago in a healthy AEW. Back when I was here for AEW and it was a healthy AEW, Eric. Nick Chivers in chat. That's not very fair, Nick Chivers, to say that AEW wasn't healthy when Cody Rhodes talked about racialism in America. I'm here for that type of chatter. And rumor around the water cooler is, if you head to www.shop.com and use this link here if you can type it, or click the link in the description. There's probably a sale going on right now in WWE Shop. Support the channel. Maybe get you a Blue Chew. Right? Running people off. No, but like a lot, yeah.
I know what we're supposed to talk about.
My wife asked me, she's like, does Cody Rhodes only wrestle on the PLEs? She called them pay-per-views. And I was like, ugh, no. But I was like, no, not only, but mostly. Mostly nowadays, yeah.
I think I can read between the lines and understand.
Yeah, Cody is truly a role model for aspiring, downtrodden black men. Yeah. Yeah, the so-called bad movies from the 2000s shit on modern movies. Yeah, I know. Big time. Because movies were a reflection of society, and then now it's, but like it was artists sort of like giving their interpretations, but now it's just all of like, I don't want to be one of these guys. We'll talk about it on Film Arc show, but like Hollywood and like all of entertainment almost, like mainstream, has been hijacked by activists, even in pro wrestling. Look at the gatekeepy ass dirt sheet hack activists, man. I call them activists, like they're not even journalists. It's just it, yeah, they just lost the plot on like no artistry, and literally lost the plot. Like, stop fucking trying to do activism in movies. That's dumb. We come to movies to get away from that shit. That's why WWE, hate them or love them, dude, they fucking stayed in the pocket all these years. Like, they don't get overly political or anything like that.
I have my sister and
You
her
know?
family. I have little Brody. I have the Nightmare Factory and all of my students. I have 2 nephews breaking into this game who both share the last name Rhodes. I have a mother.
Brandon Stark asks a great question about Blue Chew that we've all wondered. I've never taken one, so I don't know. That's a good question. Like, if you take them, do you fuck your shit up and then you can't ever stop taking them? I don't know, but I don't want to I keep talking about them. I got to stop because I don't get paid. Someone send Blue Chew this pod. I don't know how to do it. I've been looking around. Like, I don't know how to do this shit, how to get in contact with them. I think I fired off an email once, but yeah, it's like, yeah, I will do ad reads and shit for them. You know what I mean? I'll sell them. Fuck it. You can find out. Buy them with promo code PWT, Brandon, and you can figure that out for yourself. Report back to us here at Pro Wrestle Times Live Show. Yeah. Is there a match we haven't got yet? The tag title match, correct? So, yeah. Ooh, Seth cutting off Cody here. See, they're giving us every possibility for the chamber. Like, we really don't know who's going to win this fucking chamber, dude. Seth did sell his soul. Yeah, he was the corporate champ kind of for the authority, you know? This is just a tried and true fucking thing that's been done in wrestling, you know? As far as like, be the corporate champ, pal. Now you're with me, Austin. Yeah. Or else you're Yeah, speaking of Blue Chew, here's fucking Zesty Rollins. Speaking of Brokeback. Stole your joke. Sources tell me Jade coming back tonight. Keith Sims, I don't know who the fuck you are, but DM me if you have legit sources, and I'll hash out and I'll vet you, see if you're legit. But or if you're just joking, sweet. Welcome to PWT, and fucking A, man. I hope she does. That would be awesome. I think. Is it Liv and Raquel though? I feel like how the way you make the biggest impact is you have Jade come back, and then she beats the shit out of like whoever, Naomi and Bianca, or like runs them off, and then she turns around and beats the shit out of Naomi and Bianca, and then jumps them with like 2 girls in her new faction, or just herself, or maybe like Lash and Jakara team up with Jade, and then they just beat the shit out of Bianca and Naomi. So I'm going to be honest, I love Bianca and Naomi as a pairing way more than Jade with either of them, or them as a trio. I got to be honest. So,
you know, this is the first time we've been in the same ring together in nearly a year. The last time was WrestleMania 40. And I would love for this moment to be a moment of celebration. I would love to welcome you back with open arms to my show.
this guy, 90s horror movies were trash. Yeah, fuck off, dude. No, we love you here, buddy, but yeah, you're full of shit. He's just trolling, chat. He's trying to get a rise.
look at that WrestleMania sign, extend my hand, shake yours, and tell you after I win Elimination Chamber this Saturday, I cannot wait to face you.
Chat has turned. Jason X was 01. Yeah, Jason X is like funny to go back and watch, but they just erased that. You know what I mean, dude? Here, I'm gonna hit the Oblivia Cree for that one because it just got erased.
Master need to Oblivia Cree.
Right, but it's funny when you go back and watch it.
Nearly a year ago, we stood side by side in this ring. We were going into the battle of our lives.
2010s horror greater than 90s horror. Man, shut the fuck up. You what?
You what?
Hey, Junior.
You just made the list.
No, I'm just joking. Oh, shit.
To sell your soul to rock the fact that you can slap him.
Yeah, Chris McCarty chat, bruh. Name one 2010 horror greater than any from the 90s, dude.
Do not make me regret everything I sacrificed to help you win that WWE championship.
Yeah, so Seth is telling Cody Rhodes, don't make me regret everything I did to help you win that title.
What the hell are you thinking, man? What do you, for what? You become his champion for what? A few bit parts in his movies? Some of his $500
Miss October, I can't watch horror. I'm a scaredy cat. I will watch monster movies. Yeah, so I love both. My girl won't watch like monster shit. She won't watch like fucking Godzilla and shit. Like I'm trying to watch Godzilla -1. She won't watch it. But yeah, horror's like I'm a scaredy ass too. And my wife loves that shit. But I'm a scaredy ass too. But I just deal with it. Like I like getting spooked, you know? Like I enjoy it a bit. It's once you embrace the darkness, I was born in the darkness. No, once you just like embrace it, it's more fun, you know?
Let's not forget, The Rock came to SmackDown. He asked me for my soul. I think the reason he didn't ask you is because yours might already be.
This motherfucker said Black Swan and Tucker and Dale vs. Evil are better than 90s horror movies. You're fucking trolling, bro. You a fucking lesbian movie and two hillbillies in a comedy stoner movie are better than shit that came out in the 90s. What the fuck you talking about? Are those even horror movies? Super troll action. Yeah, Lincoln. Cody brought up Seth selling out. Exactly. Yeah, I got nothing against lesbos. I'm just saying, isn't that like a lesbian ballerina movie? I don't even think that's a horror movie, dude. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm not even shitting on that Tucker movie either. That is a funny-ass movie. I remember, like, when that shit came out, I watched it all the time. But, yeah, I'm just saying, it's not a horror. Junior's trolling. What? Keep rolling, trolling. Come on.
I'm not out here to judge you. You know what? Maybe.
Event Horizon is official Warhammer 40K canon. Is that true? Oh, Army of Darkness is the greatest. Evil Dead, Army of Darkness. See, that's why Phil Marks out is coming soon. Army of Darkness is the fucking one of the greatest like comedy horror movies ever of all time. Bruce Campbell is just legend. Shaun of the Dead as well. Oh, my wife won't watch it with me. She won't watch Shaun of the fucking Dead with me, man. She's not really into zombies, you know? And so, like, Shaun of the Dead is such a good... Oh, God, what a good fucking movie, man. Hun, we watched Dawn of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead is like a comedy. She's like, we just watched that. No, we watched Dawn of the Dead where they're in the mall.
The Cody Rhodes I want to face at WrestleMania. This man came back to this company and
Yeah, and rom-com, to me, romance movies are just the worst on just basic principle. Like children's movies are more high tier than rom-com romance movies. And I'm not saying there's no good ones. Like Serendipity is one of the greatest films ever made. But what I'm saying is that every movie is romance. And every movie, for the most part, has some humor. But in every fucking movie, someone falls in love. So that's just like a simple baseline. Now, I'm not saying there's no good romance or rom-coms, but that's just like the most feeble, low-tier type of film, in my opinion, right? I think comedy's the hardest to pull off because it's either cringe or it's funny, you know? Like, it's hard to be funny, you know? Hot Fuzz, yeah, that's a great one too. So yeah, Seth and Cody cooking back and forth. Cody's got a lot to think about heading into Mania. This is how we like it. Instead of one thing, like one focus, Roman, and we know it's Roman. It's like he's got a million opponents to think about. He's got so much on his plate. How do you prepare? It's awesome. It's good shit. Oh. The main event is the women's ladies tag match there and possible return of Jade Cargill.
Of course, it's 6:30 on Peacock. Of course, SmackDown is on Friday night. Saturday, the Countdown Show, followed by Elimination Chamber, and then the post show. Speaking of the Countdown Show, 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific, there's a special interview with Logan Paul. Here's the speak.
Oh, you want to know the best movie, though? Time Cop.
I am not here to get famous. I was famous before I got here. I am not here for a paycheck. I was
Fucking Moose Knuckle.
I'm here for the love of the game. With or without WWE, I'm a headline name. My family name, Paul, echoes in the
So yeah, Logan Paul just talking shit. Okay.
So why I deserve to be in there and why I'm the guy is best for business.
Holes is goated fight me. No, I was just talking about that movie the other day. Holes is a tremendous book, tremendous film. I was literally talking about that like yesterday or the day before. There was a Time Cop series. That's the best series. In fact, replays are on Max. It's, to me, I don't like that we have a tag match between the women's champ and Tiff and Trish against Nia and Candice, and then the tag champions are in the fucking chamber. It's like, oh, come on now, Triple H.
Go one-on-one in Toronto. And who will go on to WrestleMania?
Did anyone here see Sinister? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Yeah, my wife says that's a good movie, George. There you go. I don't like those shits like Insidious and all that cringe shit. I think that shit's cringe, bro. The Nun. So get the fuck out of my face with that shit. Tell me, like, I like real shit. Like Midsommar's is one of the greatest fucking, or like Hereditary. Yeah, they're recapping the Jade stuff. She might come back tonight, man. Moose is my mortal enemy in here. How the fuck could you hate Moose, dude?
You gotta listen to some. You got Nia, Tiffany, Candice, Liv, Raquel. You know what? We'll get it.
3 months since Jade attacked. Yeah, I think it could be a swerve too, where it's not Liv and Rhea. Liv and Raquel. Pardon me. I could totally see that being the case, and then it ends up being Jakara and Lash or something like that. You know, I totally see that happening. The meta girls, I guess, is what you call them. Yeah. All the horror movies aside, just don't go and watch Skinamarink, okay, chat? Just don't waste your time with that shit.
Gets in our way.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think Raquel and Liv are going to get those tag straps eventually. It only makes sense. Could be tonight, too. Hereditary is really good when you fucking, and so is Midsommar, when you understand, like, all the shit in those movies are based in, like, especially Midsommar. That's, like, real occultism. Like, real fucking, that's, like, really shit, you know, that has happened. Like, along those lines. I don't know if it's exact, but it's just the symbology that's used and all that shit. Like, Hereditary, that's, like, real occult shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, man. It's really fucked up. And when you watch it more and more and you're, like, up on that shit, like, that's the stuff that spooks me out. And my wife, too, like, real stuff. Now, I know in Hereditary, like, the mom gets possessed and starts climbing up walls and shit. It's like, okay, maybe that's not real, but you guys get what I'm saying. Like, just like witchcraft and those sorts. The Witch, that movie, The Witch. I know a lot of people don't like that, but that shit is fucked because that's like the stories that were told then, you know, like a coven of witches, girls would get lured off in the forest and all this shit. And like that goat, Black Phillip, starts talking to him and whispering to him, and like the animals start talking to him. That's like real, like devil shit, you know? So that's, I don't know. If you're into that sort of thing, to me, that's the scary stuff, that things that could really happen, you know? That's what spooks me out more than like the nun. Look at her devil teeth. It's like, and then it's just jump scares. Bah! Some shit just jumps out that's scary. It's like, yeah, anyone could make a movie like that where it's just like, whoa, loud noise and a scary demon face, and everyone's like, oh, you know what I mean? Like anyone could fucking make a movie like that. To me, that's like sort of a cop out. There's not a lot of skill in that, you know? Don't see the monkey. I'm gonna see it because everyone's talking shit about it, so it makes me go. It was like Smile. Like that movie's a piece of shit, but it was so popular that everyone's like, "Oh, there's a Smile too." Now I haven't got around to watching it, but I will. You know, we turned Smile 2 off. There you go. I made my wife turn it off, so we tried to watch it, but it was shit. That's the thing. I'm in that age now too, where I just don't give a fuck, dude. Like me and my wife have gone to the theater, and I've come close to walking the fuck out like a few times in recent. No, actually not in recent, but yeah. Religious horror I can't do. Yeah, it's not about like religion. Well, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I like shit like that. You know, I like shit like that too, actually. But yeah, we have Liv was just talking shit again. They just want to see the main event. She's just strutting around the ring now, her and Raquel, and 40 seconds still. We're back from commercial break, so.
Are the world's greatest women's tag team of all time. If they get 3-time title reign, first time ever, it's awesome. Jams are making them wait.
Do you like Japanese horror movies? Yeah, I'm into shit like that. I'm really into like all those Korean shows, dude. Like Squid Game and All of Us Are Dead and shit like that. I love that stuff, man. The Fog ending. The guy puts a laughy face. That's so sad. It's such a fucking horrific ending. Yeah, religious horror, I like that because it's like fucking based in reality, you know, like to some degree, all religion is like historically documented shit, you know, so can't help but let that trip you out a little bit, you know. It's like shit.
I don't think he even cares. Change the kids about one person. Please. You don't think to protect yourself, huh?
But I'm one of these dudes, like in real life, like I ain't never saw a ghost. If I did, I wouldn't be shocked. you know, or like I would be shocked. I'd be scared shitless, and I'd probably have a fucking heart attack. But like, I wouldn't be shocked if like ghosts were walking the earth and shit, whatever, however you want to describe it. It wouldn't like, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, huge. I believe in ghosts more than like aliens and shit. You know what I mean? So, but like, I've never seen a ghost. I'm not like out looking for them. I don't really believe in them because I ain't seen one, you know, but yeah, that shit is kind of scary though, you know, like you're like shit. My house is legit haunted, motherfuckers. To say, yeah, like you know, my whole life, my grandmother, like I've been told like ghost stories and shit my whole life. I believe it. I'm not willing to dismiss that shit at all, you know, like whatsoever. But I don't. Yeah. Austin Theory yeeting. Sorry, I'm distracted. But yeah, I don't like believe in ghosts as far as like I'm not looking for one. I don't know if they pop out and are like boo and shit. That's not like I don't know. Cabinets slamming and shit, sure. Angry shit, possession, yeah, that could all exist. I don't know. I guess I do believe in I just mean like I don't believe in like Casper the Ghost. I believe in like energy and shit. You guys get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like there ain't like spooky dudes walking around like Scooby-Doo. I believe in like cabinet slamming and people getting possessed and shit like that, you know? More than aliens. I think aliens is like the biggest, fakest thing that all the governments do. Conspiracy cast. But like if you just look into it, man, like every government fucks around with flying saucers and shit. Dude. Like that they build themselves. That's not even conspiracy. They all just do that. So to me, when we see UFOs and shit, that's just them fucking with shit. That's my opinion. I don't know. And then that's why they don't release shit about it. Everyone talks shit. Everyone talks shit. Obama talks shit. He was going to tell us about the aliens. Trump talks shit. Then he's like, oh, fuck the aliens. JFK. Why? Because aliens is people, bro. That's what I think, man. Aliens is just people. Here we go. Main event time. Here we go. Conspiracy. I'm starting a new channel on Rumble, too, called Information Battles. No. Here we go. Tag title match. Let's go. I love the combined Naomi Bianca entrance as well. And when they come out as solos, how they sort of combine their entrances and trade off and on music and shit. I like that. And just like they're matching gears every week. It's been really good, man. Them as a team.
With video evidence of saying the Judgment Day, Nick Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez.
I could see the title switching here, chat. Aliens or demons, at least back in like Aristotle times. Yeah, that's the shit that I'm like, that I look into, bro. I think that I don't think aliens are coming from like other planets out there and shit. I just don't believe that. But I mean, whatever. Yeah, I don't want to get into all that, but I just think, yeah, aliens are like people from the future or some shit. I don't know. We know there's other dimensions and shit more than we know that there's actual life on another planet, right? We're able to like prove like, oh, there's other, you know, whatever. We're not getting into all this shit. Like scientists will say simulation theory is real and shit. Like people who study this stuff, right? Okay. So there's more proof of that than like an actual alien walking up and be like, Mars attacks that guy, you know, and they want to blow up the world and shit. I just don't think that. The tag champs are feeling themselves. I'm worried. It's just their last night with the belts, man. I'm curious. This is interesting. I'm hyped for this title match. Phil, you got a lot in the chamber for a new channel. You got no idea, bro. Phil, shut the fuck up. You're making yourself look stupid. Nah, dude. It's my goddamn show, bro. Say whatever the fuck I want, bro. I'm not sitting here pulling a fucking Bryce Mitchell saying the earth's flat and fucking. I'm just saying, like, they've never brought a plant back from a fucking planet or anything, bro. There's no even like moon rock and shit. It's petrified wood. And I'm not saying no one went to the moon. I'm just saying, like, there's a reason for that shit. I believe that, like, they fucking, you know, just the government experiments with more shit than tells us it's other shit that's out of our control, when really it's fully in our control. You know, they have it under control. That's just what I think. So you can suck my balls if you don't like that. I'm doing the opposite of conspiracy. I'm saying shit is less scary than they make it out to be. You know what I mean? There's more fear mongering than anything in the world, bro. Here we go. Tag in and out. Oh yeah, backflip, a little Young Bucks action. No, I'm just kidding. The ref getting fucking Trinity's booty in his face there when he goes down to make the cover. He's like, I ain't mad at it. Yeah, black helicopters. The aliens, stop making your bookmarks disappear, Phil. Exactly, dude. I am the alien, bro. I am the mind freak. Yeah, dude. The truth is out there. No, I think that was me. I think that was human intervention for sure. That was me. Mark's is spitting facts. Yeah, thanks. Please, 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 Phil. Please, please, please. What? None of it's stupid. Just because you don't agree with something doesn't mean it's stupid or it's crazy, you know? That's just dismissive. Yeah, see, people do this. Like, now it's like an argument of, like, you have no idea how big the universe is. No, I absolutely know how big the universe is, and the PWT universe, yeah. But no, like, and nobody does. And name me one thing that's come from across the universe, bro. What's one thing we've sent across the universe? Oh, they're more advanced than us. You don't know that. You're just talking shit, too. There's never been an alien. You've never seen a fucking alien. You've never seen a ship that you can prove, oh, that was an alien, and not just, like, you know what I mean, dude? All governments have built, like, saucers and tried to fly them. That's not even a conspiracy. That's what they've done, you know? Like, all the major ones with advanced militaries have all done it. You don't know shit, you know? Do not watch the trailer yet. I highly advocate don't watch trailers for movies, you know? Fucking ruins them these days. Wait a minute. There was one fucking trailer I saw recently where I had no idea what the fuck the movie was about, but I sent it to my wife and I was like, yo, this is going to spook you out, man. Like, this is creepy shit. I don't even know what it's about. And I forget the name of it, but she has it in her text, and I can't wait for that one to come out. And it's a rare trailer W where they don't really show you anything. It's like, okay, is he trying to resurrect his kid from the dead, or is it even about that, or is it like cult types? I can't even tell what this movie's about. There's like a naked dude in the woods, got a big belly. You're like, oh shit, what's going on here? You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on. Naked dude in the woods, I'm there. Might be an alien. We don't. What about Sasquatch? You guys want to talk about? You want to hear my theories on Bigfoot? No. Oh my god. It's called Bring Her Back. So that's why I was like, oh, are they bringing someone back from the dead? Chat is disconnecting for me. We took it there, folks, on Monday night. We went full on fucking. Damn, Liv's like lashes knocked off or something. Her eyes were looking all goofy there. Maybe she's just selling really well. Raquel pulling the ponytail. You guys are back in 10 seconds. So yeah, just basically Bianca getting worked over the whole commercial. And just like trying to fight to get the tag and unable to do so. Lodi 70,005. Phil, please don't tell me you're a rounder.
You what?
Yeah, you guys want to talk about that? Fuck man, chat. I love you guys. Goated. A Glober. I'm a world wrestling. I'm a global. What's Tony Khan's belt? The Global Force Championship. What is that shit? The Continental. Oh yeah, it's not global. Shit. Yeah. No, yeah, dude. People go to space and shit. Like, I'm not a fucking moron, right? I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, never mind. We're not getting into it. Right? Goddamn globalists. The globalists, the black helicopters. Oh, shit, man. Rolling through, Raquel powering her up. It's good to see Raquel, like, not suffering from that disease, too. Like, not that I'm sitting there scoping out her skin, but it doesn't look like she's had big flare-ups or anything. You know? So that's like really good because there was a while there where people were like, we might not ever see her again. And it was like, shit. Is this a 450 coming? Damn. Oh man, Bianca hits those 450 sketchy, dude. Like her knees are always landing first. And it's like, damn, I don't want to see anyone get hurt. PWT is goated. Hell yeah, dude. We just pissed off chat tonight or what? Ah! Let her back in, yeah, or let her back in. Oh, no. Bring her back or whatever. That's what we were talking about, Northern DC, that 824. Let her back in or bring her back or whatever. It's like, I don't know. Is it like a dude resurrecting his daughter, Pet Cemetery style or some shit? I don't know. Damn, dude. They're about to beat the tag champs. Oh, she kicked out. Oh, shit. Ooh. No, I think New Japan has like a global championship or whatever. And yeah, we were going to talk tonight about Tony Khan like gutting AEW a bit. Or we did. Yeah, I think we did a little bit. Yeah, we did. I touched on that. Good. Dom, what is Dirty Dom doing? Yeah, they're going to win the fucking titles tonight, guys. Unless Jade comes back and like power bombs Dom or something. Cheeks for days. Yeah, we agree on that. We may disagree about aliens, but we agree on them. Thanks, in Oblivion. It's over. Oh, Bianca with the... Oh, my God. This is awesome. I thought it was done right there, son. Holy shit. Damn, dude. Spear time. No, but Cash Monet, I love talking about that shit. We got to debate that shit sometime or just have fun with it. Maybe on Phil Marks Out, who knows? We'll get conspiratorial, the crux of the great conspiracy. No, I'm not that conspiratorial. I'm just very into like humans. I think humans are the crux, you know? I think we just lie about our history and shit. No one really knows what the fuck anyone's doing. You know, that's what I think. I'm totally into this match. Me too. It's banging. The crowd's into it. This is awesome chants. Oh, deserved. This is awesome chants ringing throughout the arena. This is great. The 4th great Raw in a row. We're back. The Attitude Era is back. 3 great Raws in a row. Damn, who's going to win another? Oh, another roll up. They're scaring me. Now, this is like false finishes, right? When people talk about false finishes, Brian, they did a bunch of false finishes. This is what they mean. Oh, and then Raquel. Oh, my God. What the fuck? Oh, my God, chat. This shit is cooking. Oh, this match is cooking, dude. What the fuck? Oh my God, dude. They hit her with like the double burning hammer. She's at the rope though. Dom gets her leg on the rope though. Oh my God. This is amazing. This is crazy. Yo. Oh my God. They keep just. Got to go home soon, though. Yeah, for sure. But luckily, they don't have to rush through it, though. Like they have all the time they want on Netflix. Oblivion. Oh, Naomi's reversing it. What's she doing? Oh, hitting her move. Oh, Liv rolls. Oh! Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I scared my baby and shit. Booty bounce. Head kick. Oh, Dom eats a head kick. Let's go. Split leg. Oh, Raquel's got her. This match is chaos, and everybody's in the perfect spot. All of their timings are perfect, bro. Like, they're all where they need to be when they need to be there. You know? Oh, they did it. They did it. Oh, my God.
You what?
Oh, my God, man. Think about at Mania, Naomi versus Bianca versus Jade. Or whoever Jade beats up. Like, let's say Jade and them kick Bianca out, and then they team up against Liv and Raquel or something like that. But amazing. Damn, we kind of called a chat. We were like, yo, they might just pull it off here. Like they were recapping the whole story. So look at this finish again, man. Brilliant finish, man. Just an amazing match. While we argued about fucking aliens and shit. And ghosts. And big feet. Fucking. Just a brilliant match. Amazing. What an ending to the Raw. Good they saved that for the main event. Dom got scared a bit by the fireworks. Ha ha. Next Monday, they'll be in Buffalo. Amazing shit, pals. What a brilliant ending there to Raw. Round of applause for that. And guys, since I made you sit through Big Feet and fucking aliens and all that, let's divert our attention over to and get some flutes in the chat for none other than an impromptu, very last minute Dave Meltzer's dumb moment of the week. Let's get it going here. Are we sharing the right one there? I don't think we have any audio clips to share. No, we don't. So this is a quick one here. Dave Meltzer and Eric Bischoff go at it. So this guy, J Love Sports, says, don't you think going this hard for AEW shows you have a biased opinion? Meltzer goes, I think it's weird. You say that when people who read and listen say far more that I'm way too hard on AEW and too easy on WWE. No, Dave, I listen and read everything you're doing, and you're not harder on AEW than you are WWE whatsoever. You get fights with Brian because you can't ever admit when AEW's fucking up, you know? So Dave, again, just lying through his fucking teeth, which anybody with a brain can understand. And he goes, that's because my job is that's because my job is a business analyst, and WWE business is stronger. And so now his job is being a business analyst. It's not giving his shitty opinions on fucking wrestling and doling out stars. It's being a fucking business analyst. Hey, Dave. You're not a fucking business analyst, bud. You know what I mean? So you're a master chef. You study the TV business. You're a business analyst. You're a top football reporter. And you're a fucking wrestling observer guy. Or is it just you're a dumb fuck? Which one? Tell us what you know, you goddamn liar! Or is it just that you're liar? You know what I mean? You probably believe in aliens, dude. What? He goes, on Twitter, the difference is the anti-AEW folks still claim they are a failing business when that's the exact opposite of reality. I don't know, man. I think they're operating in the red, Dave, and I don't think they've made $1. So Eric Bischoff quote tweets it and goes, business analyst clown, which is fucking hilarious. Let's see. I quote tweet Dave here. I actually screen grab it because I'm blocked. And I say, he really thinks his opinions are facts, man, LOL. And so this heel king says Omega and Ospreay could sneeze, and Dave Meltzer will hand them 5 stars. Realistically, does anyone care about match ratings, especially from Wrestling Observer? No, but they're funny to make fun of and to show like how he's like, because I point out the things too. He holds gripes against Monet. Right? He hates women's wrestling, but he makes sure that he rates every women's match on the NXT thing above Monet's match, even though he's rated all of Monet's as like the greatest matches on American soil, right? But this one he rates low after she calls him a nerd and we make fun of him for it, right? So you just can't make it up, right? And we're here to point this shit out at PWT. So Meltzer goes, tore the house down, check. Innovative and creative, check. So did it tear the house down? That's subjective. Innovative and creative. Yeah, I'll give it that. Check. 4 of the best wrestlers in the world today. Check. I mean, Dave, you're not the arbiter on that. You're not the one who gets to decide that. The people do, and the people in the business do. You're neither of those things. You're an alien, right? You're a fucking humanoid, bro. Maybe aliens do exist. No. Best tag match of the year. By far, if you don't include Mexico. So in Dave's mind, Mexican wrestling is just the best wrestling, hands down. He doesn't understand, like, no, it just works in Mexico and wrestling's really hot in Mexico. Always has been, always will be, right? Like always, dude. It's like culturally so significant there. But best tag match of the year by far. But that's your opinion, Dave. Whiners who didn't see it getting mad. Check. Dave, no one complained about the match. They just made fun of the ring. I don't think anybody shit on that match, really. And there's no whiners who didn't see shit. That's Dave projecting again. Dave, you are typing while you're watching Raw, and then you complain about WWE, and that's why you get worked into thinking promos from 2013 between Triple H and The Rock are happening in 2023 and 2024 and shit. For everyone else, try and watch the show. Tony God. So speaking of The Rock and Cody Rhodes, Dave Meltzer completely lies. So remember, all the dirt sheets and Dave Meltzer and everybody was wrong about, oh, it was a last minute plan. It really peed a lot of people off in WWE that Dwayne came back. That's not true. Cody Rhodes, as we chronicled here on PWT, posted a video on his Twitter and his Instagram on February 1st with him and The Rock. There was a part in that video where him and The Rock are drinking tequila, and it says Louisiana SmackDown February 1st or whichever. Sorry, I got the date wrong. 21st. The Rock will be there. Okay. That was Cody announced it on the 1st. So why would he have done that if that wasn't the case? You know, it was, they already knew it was happening. So everyone was caught in a bullshit lie. They're all just lying and they don't know what they're talking about when it comes especially to The Rock and the Anoa'i family. They've proved it time and time again. Right. And so Dave with more lies goes, reaction from within WWE to The Rock's return segment on SmackDown. So again, this is just Dave being fed false information, or he's just lying. One of the two. It's nothing else, right? He goes, I know one person. Who's the one person? You don't know any person, Dave. You're a fucking idiot and an asshole. He goes, I know one person there who said they thought that he really diminished Cody. One person there told me in one set. So Terry Taylor telling you what they tell him to tell you. In one segment, he turned more than the Big Show did in his entire career. No, Dave, that's what Brian told you, and that's what Tony Khan texted you, and you thought it was fucking someone.
The best guys, Tony Khan.
So you're an idiot. No one said that to Dave. That's just Dave trying to be snarky and like say, oh, I was told this, but he wasn't really told anything. So here's AJ Francis and Ben Bishop just burying fucking Meltzer, right? So, you know, Ben Bishop and AJ Francis square off. This will get the internet talking. AJ Francis goes 6 stars, Dave Meltzer, right? And then fucking Big Ben goes, I can pay my mortgage now with the 6 stars. You gotta love that. And so Powerful King JJ bookmarked this. Unexpected Wrestling says, hey, Dave, when WWE Evolve goes head-to-head with Dynamite on Wednesdays in the same time slot on Tubi, would you consider it, I think he's going to say competition or whatever. And yeah, Tubi might outdraw Dynamite. And then Meltzer goes, that's not going to happen. Bro, I wish we had MJ from NJ in here. You want to know why? Because I think Tubi has more viewers than Max. No, am I wrong about that? Or does Tubi have less? Because my whole thing is this. He's saying that won't happen. Then how do you know what's the Max numbers? Because if we get numbers back from Evolve and we still don't know the Max numbers for Dynamite, then what's to stop anyone from claiming that, Dave? And we know it's probably less than 100,000 people watching Dynamite on Max. We know that for sure. So if we get numbers that more than 100,000 are watching Evolve, then Dave's fucked. He can't do anything. Okay. He's stuck and he's going to have to cope. And I can't wait
guys,
for it.
Tony Khan.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was a very brief and quick Dave Meltzer's dumb moment of the week. Flutes in the chat, ladies and gentlemen.
Brian.
So, guys, I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you all for talking aliens and horror flicks with me. Phil Marks out coming soon. Thank you all for hanging out for Raw and all that shit. I appreciate you all so much. Keep supporting the channel. Keep doing your thing. Let's get it up to 6K subscribers as soon as we can. I appreciate you all. And what else? Yeah. Pro Wrestle Times on YouTube, Pro Wrestle Clips on YouTube, patreon.com. Consider becoming a member, 99 cents. And yeah, I appreciate you all very much. We're back on Wednesday. There will be a lot of Meltzer stuff, more Meltzer stuff, I promise you, because I sense an incoming meltdown with all of this. People are unhappy. There's going to be Meltzer giving all kinds of bullshit lies this week. So we'll keep our eyes and ears peeled. We'll have sickos for you guys. And, of course, we'll have WWE and AEW news, man. This thing just moves like a fucking train here. Thank you, the top mod of the top pod, George Capture. Thank you, everyone who was here. everyone. Appreciate you all. Drink lots of water. Take care of each other. Until next time, I will see you in the Upside Down. Peace.